Welcome to the Meta Slayer Show, where we slice and dice hot topics from the worlds of Warhammer and beyond. And we have a new hot topic today. We're going straight into the Maelstrom as GW have dropped the latest new detachments and data sheets from this all new supplement. Let's get into it. My name's Lawrence Baker, and today I have Mr. Chef with me.
Hello.
Remaining infamous, sir.
Yar.
And my other pirate colleague, Meta Mike.
Yar.
Yar, indeed. So, speaking of the Corsairs, let's paint them red.
Nice.
Let's start with Huron himself. He's got a black heart, though, not a red heart, funnily enough.
He's got a very head.
So who's taking us through Huron?
All right, I'll do Huron so I can leave the bodyguard for you over there.
Oh, I'm sure you'll commentate, though.
Right, sure. I don't believe much of him has changed. He's toughness 5 because he's half man, half machine now. He still has a 3-up, 4-up. He's still got 5 wounds. He's OC 1, but that will change. He does have a 5-up feeling of pain now because let's just give 5-up feeling of pain to Space Marine characters at the moment. It seems to be the way of the world that we live in, amongst other things.
He's got half a face.
The Heavy Flamer is D6 plus 2, strength 6 minus 1, damage 1. It is a pistol, which is quite fun. Nice. And his weapons are now combined into one profile, which is pretty spicy. 6 attacks, weapon skill 2, strength 8 minus 3, damage 3.
Yeah, minus 3 is nice.
The damage 3 is nice.
Great
for punching Victrix. He also, interestingly, has Deep Strike because he can join Terminators. And you mentioned this in one of the...
Is lore accurate? In Night Lords Omnibus, he arrives via teleportation with his Terminator bodyguard.
Which is pretty cool. As the Lord of Badab, friendly Heretic Astartes infantry except battle shocked and damned units, so you don't get to do this on your cultists, but that's probably for the best. Within 6, get +1 OC.
Really
This
nice.
is great.
Pretty good.
This used to be his unit only.
Really?
Yeah.
Very nice indeed. Now it is within 6 of this model, not this model's unit, so you don't get to string it out and be super obnoxious. But instead you've got Hamadra's Knowledge, which is his ability, which is now once per battle round, you get to make a reactive move when an enemy unit ends move within that. You know the drill, except this is D3 plus 3, because reliability is fantastic.
Well,
That's
at least it's not a flat 6, but it's a minimum 4.
But it's not once
4.
per game anymore.
Yeah. This is really good. And so they have increased his points from the Chaos Space Marine code. It's now 120.
Yeah, he's up 40 points, but I think he's worth every single one.
He's worth every single one of those 120 points. I couldn't agree more. And then the synergy he then has, I mean, the adding the OC is really significant when you combine into the bodyguard unit and everything else that is about to kick off and Chef's about to
so I mean, he can join the Terminators, hence the Deep Strike. He doesn't give Deep Strike to his unit, it's just so that they can all benefit from it. He can join Chosen, Legionnaires, Masters of the Maelstrom, and also the Red Corsairs Raiders. Now, there's a little bit of negative interaction with the Raiders, but there's some very positive ones, depending on what side of the coin you look at, with the Masters of the Maelstrom. Isn't that right, Mr. Metamite?
Masters of the Maelstrom.
Masters of the Universe.
This is us from the future, because we did actually film this and then realised we've got a couple of things wrong. But the information that you guys are about to get is absolutely correct. Is this the rise of a Death Star?
I mean, we've already seen kind of that with like Wardens to a degree. I know they're not like storming the meta, but the point is it's still an option and it's a very good option. And these are on par, if not better. I'll let you have this.
I'll be real honest. Titus is got a problem. He's got to reconquer 500 worlds, and on one of those worlds, in fact, I can tell you now, on probably about 50% of those worlds, judging by how the competitive scene works, Huron and his buddies are going to be on it.
Oh, I see. But hold on a minute, because you're saying Wardens, you're saying Titus. We all know that they're hot, and when I say Death Star, they're not unkillable. It's just they're amazing value for a lot of wounds, right? But the Masters of the Maelstrom, you can't. Huron can join the Masters of the Maelstrom, sure, but I mean you can't do anything else, though, right?
Well, you see,
guys?
guys. Guys, so you can join Legionaries.
You could join. Okay, I mean that's going to be a big unit. Okay,
Yeah. You can join Red Corsairs Raiders.
Oh, well, we're going to get to them momentarily, and they are hot.
And you can join Chosen.
Oh, Chosen!
Just a little Chosen for you.
Just 10 3 wound models.
Okay, So that's okay. That's fairly savage. But let's go over what are these? What does this mean?
So we've got the Space Marines,
Yep.
and then we've got the Dog Lady Soldier,
Yep.
and our Mortal Commander.
Yep.
So the Space Marines are all a 6-inch move, toughness 4, 3 up save, 4 wounds apiece, 6 up leadership, 1 OC.
Okay.
No invuln, but it's 3 up save and 4 wounds. So that's 12 wounds on the Space Marines. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Then we have the 2 Mortals, and they're just toughness 3, 4 up save, 3 wounds, but otherwise the same.
Does have 3 wounds though. That's okay.
It's 3 wounds. That's more
Solid.
than an Intercessor.
Solid. Yeah, solid.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
All right.
Their rules.
Yes, their rules. Let's go over their rules.
So naturally, there is an apothecary in there,
Right.
and you can bring back a destroyed model, excluding character models, from your unit.
So you could bring back Chosen.
You could not have one of the chosen die. You could have the random dog lady die,
Yeah.
and then she comes back
You could do that, couldn't
because
you?
they're not characters.
Nope, not
Wait,
characters.
hold on, because it sounds, but they are characters though, aren't they?
No, you see, they're epic heroes, but they don't have the character keyword. That's how it works.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, so we all know what's going to be happening there then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's a flat damage 6 railgun shot.
Is that
Oh,
all
the
the
dog
unit?
soldier.
Is
Yeah.
that all the unit can do though? Just bring a model back?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. No. We've got new unit syndrome. We've got to redeploy.
Listen, if ever you want to homebrew your own character, your own unit, just slap redeploy 3 units on it. That's what G-Dubs is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Particularly spicy here, as we'll go on to in a bit with the Raiders,
Right.
is you can redeploy infiltrating units. And if you've got a lot of them, this could potentially be gross. Moving on. We then have Plunder. So this is the dog that the dog soldier has.
Yep.
And this is a once per battle. It's just a token, doesn't have actual stats. You just do mortal wounds after you've moved.
So
Oh, that's nice.
At least the extra dog in the unit doesn't count as an extra 3
Yeah,
wounds.
3 wounds.
But yeah, I mean, D3+1 mortals on a 2+ is a nice, reliable, and you know you're going to have grenades in that unit as well. Like you can chuck out a fair amount of mortals.
Yeah.
And again, it's that sort of bomb squig thing of going like, oh, is there a plane? Throw the dog at it.
Yeah.
Boots the dog up there.
Yeah, it's a good spread of just rules and a decent stat line to help absorb stuff. But then they also add in some quite gnarly melee weapons as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got the Axe of Ending.
Oh, that's
That's a pretty
I like
cool
the
name,
name,
isn't it?
yeah.
Axe of Ending. So anti-character 2+, precision, 6 attacks, hits on 2, strength 6, AP 2, 2 damage. That's a character killer right there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the character 2 is
Hilariously, all big knights are characters.
Yes. Yeah.
great. Just like
Big knight's just like, why can't we catch a break?
after you boot the dog into its face,
Yeah.
it'll fall on its knee and then you cut its head off, right? That's the play.
Is there anything else with this unit?
So there are more damage 2 attacks
Yeah,
and a plethora of damage 1
There's
as
lots
well.
of strength 6 -2 damage 2.
Okay. So you've got decent melee.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of attacks.
Yeah.
Strength 6 -2 damage to average.
Yeah.
You've got a whole bunch of wounds around Huron, which are effectively acting as a bodyguard. But then you've got probably either Reavers or Chosen. The Reavers are actually really good, which we'll go over very shortly. But obviously, we all know that Chosen are amazing. The ability to now give ablative wounds to Chosen and bring them back.
Also, don't forget, in case you weren't feeling like bringing one of your random dudes back, you could just give yourself a CP.
Oh.
Yeah, that is also an ability. Yeah, it's really tasty.
But fortunately, they are quite pricey.
So you'd probably expect, like Blade Guard's what, 180 for 18 wounds? So you probably, like 200 is probably fair, right?
What is it? How expensive are they?
It's 115.
115 for these guys.
So
Wow.
they are
115, you said.
Yeah, well, I didn't say that. Mike said that. So look, in terms of using the Wardens as an example, because they're kind of the only real equivalent unit right now. I know you can put like a Dark Commune in like in a Cursed Cultist squad, but you can't join another character to it. If you could have a Dark Apostle in there with the Dark Commune in a Cursed Cultist squad, it'd be like a similar thing. So we're going to just use the Wardens. So the Wardens are slightly cheaper. The Wardens do have models with a 4-up invuln. That is a key downside of this unit. They don't have an invuln, so you're not able to have someone in there to tank hits for your Chosen on an invuln. Sure, so they don't have the -1 to wound, because Wardens do give -1 to wound, is it?
So they get it in a specific detachment.
Oh, it's okay. So it's not a generic thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So they are probably equivalent. So they are a little bit more expensive for slightly less wounds.
Yeah.
But
But the ability to bring one back.
But bringing one back,
huge.
slightly better melee as well.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah, and and mortal wounds.
It's more than
very
50 wounds in that unit.
All right.
The kicker here is, right, the Chosen, that's 30 wounds
Yes.
Chosen, and a lot of
53
output.
wounds.
Yeah.
Whereas the 6 Blade Guard
Yeah.
is only your 18 wounds.
Yes, that's
Now,
right.
that's a pricey unit. That's 400 and 485 units. It is nearly a quarter of your army.
Yeah.
But like, my goodness, if you're playing on certain boards as well, like in WTC terrain or UKTC terrain, or if you're playing very heavy dense terrain, they're going to be such a nightmare to deal with because there's no windows in the 41st millennium, as we all know, but there's enough space for you to walk through the wall. Yeah. Don't ask me how it works, but that's the world that you live in. So they're just going to be a real pain to deal with. You can't lock them down. Yeah. Killing them with shooting is possible, but you're going to need to angle sort of quite well, and then you're going to be getting cover. You could go to ground if you're really out in the open. There's other strats. There's all kinds of things that you can do. You've got a reactive move if Huron's in there as well, which he will be because that's the whole point. Yeah, they're quite good.
Yeah, it's very good.
I think it's safe to say that they're probably an STE unit, right?
Oh, absolutely.
With the current points and the information that we're given.
Yeah. And Chaos Space Marines has enough cheap units that they can run a multiple small unit list alongside the 500 to make up for the fact you've got this Death Star.
To have have that as an anvil.
Yeah. And as we'll see, the detachments are great too.
Yeah.
I am really, look, I'm going to say it right now. I actually really hate this as a game design thing. This whole, hey, you know how some factions have the ability to put 2 characters in a unit because they're like really piddly, or they're like humans,
they're
like
a support
they're
character.
sisters, or they're G-Sealer cults, or they're God. How about we do it with Space Marines? Let's not. Let's just and let's do it with Space Marines that have a command squad. Let's not. Everyone, it's not. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I think it sets a really bad precedent. I think it's really. It leaves a bit of a bad taste if you're one of those factions which had that as your kind of. Oh, it's kind of cool that I can double up on some special rules. Now, it's not quite -1 to be wounded.
Yeah,
but redeploys are still useful.
Here's the thing. In principle, I love the idea of this themed big unit.
Command squad should not join other command squads.
Yeah, the execution of this from a rules point of view is going to create problems. Anyway, really cool looking unit. Really effective in the game and can be amped up to just be brutally competitive. I think that's fair to say. But let's go on to the Red Corsair Raiders and the new Red Corsair Reeve Captain next.
So the Raiders are really interesting. They're not battle line.
No.
So you can't run more than 3 of these. Fine. They are quite pricey, 110 for 5, 220 for 10.
Yeah.
But they have Infiltrator Standard. Great. They're OC2, despite not being battle line.
Yep.
Great. They have the Space Marine profile. You know, move 6, toughness 4, free up save. Oh, no, sorry. They have 3 wounds.
Yeah.
Don't know. Not quite sure. I guess they're meant to be the elite.
They got 3 wounds.
They're like his not quite chosen.
No. You could have. Sorry, we've not got to the bit where they've got infiltrate as well.
Oh no, I mentioned that, but I kind of glossed it over because you know that's.
Got infiltrate.
Sorry, you can have 30 of these deploy in the midboard.
Yeah, you could.
And then that's already 90 wounds.
Yeah.
Then you could have 30 chosen.
Yeah.
That's another 90 wounds. And then you can have your Huron
I'm not sure how many
buddies.
points you're running at that point, but you still probably
That's all
got
you
points
need.
for Forge Fiends and one at the back. In addition, they're trophy takers. So the first time this unit destroys an enemy unit until the end of the battle, they're +1 OC when they're not battle shocked. So they're OC3 when they kill a unit.
OC3.
OC4 if you've got Huron nearby, which is hilarious.
That's right.
Now, weapon-wise, they're not amazing. No. They all come with a bolt pistol and a bolt gun and a Reaver's blade. How many attacks does a Berserker... What's a Berserker do nowadays?
Berserkers have 4 attacks.
4 attacks, weapon skill 3, strength 5, -1, damage 1?
Yep, that sounds about right.
Well...
Oh, they're not strength 5. These guys are.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
See, Khorne Berserkers were not deemed worthy of having the additional strength anymore. So here we are. This is a topic which is annoying.
You can also, for every 5 models in the unit, take a melter gun and a power fist. Not on the same model, but
could do it on the same model.
You could do it on the same model. Yeah, you get a bolt gun can be replaced with a melter gun, and one Red Corsairs Reaver Blade can be replaced with a power fist. Doesn't have the little finger saying you can't do this on both. So sure. they're quite good.
They are quite good.
They're quite good.
Because they're quite good at scoring points and therefore winning the game.
I mean, they infiltrate,
Yeah.
which is something that is the Chaos Space Marine needs. Like,
Yeah.
competitively speaking,
Yes.
Scout infiltrate is what a lot of people look at first because board presence, board pressure, early doors is always really important.
Yeah. So I expect, even if you're not leaning into the Red Corsairs, although I think competitively almost every Chaos player is going to now, but you're going to have 1 to 2 units,
at least
5-man
2
units
units,
infiltrating, right?
I think you could go more than that.
I think
I think you absolutely
actually
could,
think
but I'm
you-
saying people will probably
comparatively-
just add a flop.
Oh yeah, you'll
in,
definitely have a unit.
You know, at the very minimum.
I
Right?
realise that it's not a competitively seen detachment, but there is something very funny about running 30 of these and then running 30 Legionnaires and putting them in Deceptors to give them infiltrate as well.
It's my entire army.
Hope I don't get the turn 1. But your Red Corsair Raiders, look, they're pretty good. Would you like to juice them up even more?
Yes.
Let's give them a Reeve captain, shall we?
Okay.
Right, so it's the same as a normal captain profile-wise. However, they do have different weapons. We've got a maul and we've got a sword. It's basically the same stuff. So damage 2, AP 2, strength 5, 5 attack.
Power sword is more attacks, but only damage 1
Yeah,
and has
it's only damage
sustained.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I think we go for the maul.
Yeah, I'd go them all.
Go for them all. However, they have infiltrators, so they can infiltrate alongside this unit.
Yep, very useful.
But what they've got is Brutal Raider. This is the main thing here. So each time the model's unit ends a charge move until the end of the turn, add 1 to the strength characteristic of melee weapons equipped by this model, and improve the armor penetration characteristics of those weapons by 1. Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's quite good dice.
this Reeve captain now becomes strength 6, AP 3, 2 damage, which is very nice. And then we've got Raiders due. Each time the unit declares a charge that targets 1 or more units within range of an objective marker, you reroll the charge roll.
Also, he's one of the... Right. I don't hate this, because hate is a strong word. I realise I've already used it today, but I try to temper myself, would you believe? I dislike this weird backwards and forwards that G-dubs do with their characters, because both of his rules are each time this unit.
Yes.
Not whilst this model is leading a unit.
No.
And yet there's other data sheets in the same faction pack, Huron, who needs to be leading a unit.
Yeah. There's no consistency.
I just want
let's
it
be real.
consistent.
He's always going to be leading a unit.
No, of course,
Never
of
die.
course.
No, exactly.
But,
That's true.
but it's frustrating from a consistency sake.
Yeah, 100%. But giving reroll charges is...
It's nice. I'm not sure you'd take him, really, unfortunately.
Really?
You wouldn't take a Reeve captain
No, I don't
for the
think
bonus
so.
Not for
to strengthen the
75
AP?
points.
So I will clarify, the strength and the AP is only himself. It's not his unit.
Oh, he doesn't give it...
It's this model's...
Oh.
Okay.
Otherwise, he would
fine.
be straight
That
cracked.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
he would be
Good
beyond.
catch.
Yeah, okay.
But
Fine. That's
as-
still amazing.
As a lone character with Infiltrate, to simply screen, depending
Yes.
on his point, 75,
yeah, 75.
that's not bad.
No.
That's not bad.
No.
It's a
And
good
also,
missile
he
you
is
can
going to
send
get
off.
that reroll charge by himself.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
it should be
fine.
noted as well, he can lead Chosen and Legionnaires, as well as the Red Corsairs Raiders, just in case you found a use for him in those other units.
I was slightly concerned about the Brutal Raider.
Yeah.
He's still very good.
No,
for
he's
70.
still outstanding, but I think it's fair to say Huron Blackheart and the potential Chosen Death Star is just incredible.
Yeah.
But is it that good? We've got detachments to discuss next. So it's Huron's Marauders. We thought we may as well use his namesake's detachment first. The detachment rule is tyrannical motivation. You're going to take us right through it.
So in your command phase, you pick one of these 2 abilities and it applies until your next command phase. It only works on infantry, but if at the start of any phase your unit can see Huron, and specifically Huron, not Huron's unit, it does make it a little bit awkward. You do get both, but both of these are quite good. You can have +1 to hit. Fabulous. And you can also have shoot, fallback, charge.
Ooh.
That's nice.
Ooh.
It's nice that. There is a designer's note which is saying, like, if you gain the eligibility to shoot and declare a charge in a turn in which you fall back as a result of seeing Huron, you still need to be able to see him when it gets to that step. You don't get to go, I can see him when I move behind this wall. You now don't get the +1.
You forget he's watching.
Yeah,
clearly.
Yeah, it's one of those detachments which is, if you have the character does something cool, but you also have something cool even if you don't have the character. It's pretty good.
Adding one to the hit
packs
roll
on
is
top.
good. You do have dark packs on top.
Yeah, look, don't get me wrong, it's pretty good.
And if we are running the list where you've mentioned, all right, well, let's take 30 Reavers and have them, control mid board with the Masters of the Maelstrom in the back. There is an argument that out of the gate, because they're all then hitting on 2s.
Yeah.
Because this is pretty, this does complement them really well. And fallback and charge is brutal.
And if you are going like chosen heavy, you don't care about seeing Huron. You're just going to go +1 to hit all the time.
Yeah.
So, but it's infantry only.
Yes.
So, which is not necessarily a bad thing. A bit weird that it's infantry only when Huron is well renowned for having bikes, but then I would also argue it's a bit weird that Red Corsairs were released without new Chaos bikes. But
Yes.
Fine.
Yeah.
Look, overall, pretty good. Enhancements wise, those are also pretty good. Voice of the Tyrant just lets you do both anyway. Can't do it on damned. Although the tyrannical motivation you can do on damned units. So a Cursed Cultist with +1 to hit. It's not shabby.
No, it's not.
Raid Leader is, again, excluding damned. You can jump out of a transport after it's made a normal move and still charge. Pretty good on a Rhino.
Incredible.
Sounds like you can charge out of the transport.
Yeah, you can charge out a Rhino.
Excellent.
Chosen can go to Rhino, can't they?
Yeah, they can.
Legionaries.
And Legionaries.
Legionaries is very good.
Reavers, if you don't
Reavers
infiltrate.
technically could, if you're not infiltrating.
Dread Reputation, which is whenever you're set up on the battlefield, again, not damned units, anyone within 6 takes a battle shock check, or within 12 if you're deep striking. So bear in mind when you're set up, that is when you jump out of a transport. Okay, fine, it's cute. And then Eager for Bloodshed is the bearer has infiltrators.
Yeah.
So he can then join the Raiders.
Yes, anyone that can lead Legionaries can join the Raiders.
Cool, okay, so you could give that to a Chaos Lord to give the Raiders, so that he can infiltrate with the Raiders without the Raiders suddenly going, we forget how to be sneaky.
Nice.
Or a Dark Apostle for +1 to wound.
Yeah.
With all of those attacks,
Yeah.
might actually give the Dark Apostle somewhere to be.
Yeah. And
yeah.
But do possessed hit on 3s, right?
Yes, so they would hit on 2s.
So they'd be hitting on 2s.
In this attachment,
Yep,
yeah.
it works for shooting as well, interestingly. So
Yeah.
maybe Havocs could get a bit. Obliterators,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
very spicy.
Yeah, I mean, as a sort of a horde, pseudo, just marine body army, it's starting to get quite interesting.
Stratagem-wise, it does have some very potent stratagems, and a lot of these will key off sort of some quite nasty little combinations that you've been cooking up over there. So the first one is Hardened Killers. This is kind of the only duff one, really. This is for a damned unit in your command phase. Select one of the following effects, and until the start of the next turn, they have either +1 ballistic skill, +1 attacks on rapid fire weapons, or +1 save.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's 1 CP, like.
But I'm going to save my CP for other more potent things,
Yes,
quite frankly.
definitely, yeah.
Such as...
Well, we've got at the Tyrant's command. So for 1 command point, a Heretic Astartes unit, excluding monsters and vehicles. So it's a bit strange here that they've allowed mounted into the mix
Right.
by excluding only monsters and vehicles,
Yeah.
but they didn't with the detachment rule. Anyway, it lets you charge and shoot even though you've advanced, which is obviously very fitting for
Yeah.
the detachment.
Yep.
And very nice if you're infiltrating with 30 wounds worth of wounds. We then have Seize the Prize. So for 1 command point, when you do an advance, again, excluding monsters and vehicles, so your mounted could work, you've auto-advanced 6.
Yeah, that's absolutely savage.
It'd be a shame if there was anything in the army that allowed you to advance and charge naturally.
A shame if you had 60 wounds lying around.
Chosen can't do
Really
it.
wanted to
Chosen can't do advance and charge, can they?
No, I'm pretty sure it's just full back shoot and charge, right?
Yeah. Keep telling yourself that before you go to sleep.
But this is only this is going to be 2 CP though, right?
That's what's it.
One command point. Why not? Just get it for free if you've got a lord in the unit.
Oh my goodness!
Go for it.
You know what? But it's all right, you know what else is 1 CP?
What?
Reavers Flurry.
Tell me about it.
+1 attack in the fight phase. After you've made a charge, admittedly, but with this kind of an army, you're probably going to be making the charge.
Fall back and charge.
Yeah. Yeah. Be a shame if you had a lord in that unit of infiltrating raiders to do it for free. Turn 1.
Yeah. It's glorious, isn't it?
Chaos Lord. Oh, look, it's my special day. I'm going to have an extra damage, attack, and strength, and AP. Now I'm going to have an extra attack as well as the rest of the units.
Yeah. It's glorious.
Disgusting.
We then have To the Favoured the Spoils. It's a surge move.
Yeah.
Sure. Fun fact, you could do that on a Mauler themed.
Yeah.
Yes, you could.
Just for funsies.
You could, yeah.
Because, I did a wound to it. That was a mistake.
Yeah. And you're allowed to move into engagement range. Yeah.
And then Encircling Surge. End of your opponent's fight phase. A non-monster, non-vehicle that is within 6 of 1 or more battlefield edges and not in engagement range goes into strategic reserve.
Nice.
Doesn't exclude damned. So cultists that you'll always have on your home objective.
Yep.
Turn 5, drop off, go score a card.
Really,
Great.
really powerful.
It's a good spread of movement shenanigans and just general utility, as well as a really nice offensive one in there. What's some real nasty things you've
Well, I mean, we've covered the main issue, which is Huron and his party. But we obviously Chosen are a standout, absolute standout in this one. They can advance and charge innately, so even when you don't have Huron's buddies leading them, you've got a Chaos Lord there, 3-inch disembark from a transport, plus 6-inch move, plus 6-inch auto advance from that stratagem, which you could do for free with the Lord. And then an extra attack when you do charge, you've got 5 attacks each. So that's 10 with Power Fists alone.
Yeah,
hitting on 2s.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you've got your Accursed weapons go up to 6 attacks each.
Yeah.
It starts to get really, really shooter paired Accursed weapons.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, your +1 to hit applies to your guns too.
Yeah.
And you've got combi weapons.
Yeah.
Yes,
So if you're dealing with the infantry,
and things like Victrix and like the things you're seeing in the meta, these are really good at dealing with them because they got the devastating wounds on the combi weapons.
we're forgetting they also have Dark Pacts.
Yeah.
You've got sustained. You've got an icon, so you're going to re-roll it.
Yeah, it's
So
brutal.
you're hitting on 2s. All of that. Oh, it's absolutely
Listen, you put it down.
ridiculous. Ridiculous. This detachment is basically the Bile one.
Yeah.
But much better.
Better, yeah.
Just better. Because Bile came into the scene and it was like one of the main ways to play Chaos Spaces competitively, because it buffed you with the drugs that it would give to your infantry. And you know what some of the best drugs were? +1 to hit in melee.
Yeah.
And +1 attack in melee.
Yeah. Well, you've got it.
You don't need to roll randomly for that now.
Yeah.
And you know what? You can have Huron and his buddies and his Chosen. You know who else you can have? Bile.
Yeah, you could.
And his 10 Chosen.
Yeah. Yeah, this is. We're just talking about it in the Epic Heroes video. You know, like
you could get really silly and run a Baden and 10 Terminators in
Well,
this.
you could.
Absolutely.
Oh no, he could go with Chosen, can't
Yeah.
he? Oh yeah, just do that. That's fine.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Chosen for days.
And look, obviously, if you can't afford the Chosen points-wise, my heart bleeds for you. But you can put Legionaries in instead.
Which is still good with the reroll wounds.
Yeah,
Do that. Sure, you might not. You'd have to spend CP on advance to charge, but actually, you could take an enhancement, put them in a Rhino.
Yeah.
Just move 12 with the Rhino, disembark, and you've essentially got the same threat range.
That's right.
So you've got. There's so many options with this. Nemesis Claw as well. Turn off people's stratagems. So if you're worried about them interrupting combat, all you have to do is get out of a transport or advance and charge with a Nemesis Claw unit, and they can't use strats. And now they're absolutely cooked. It's delicious.
Speaking of cooking, this is overcooked. Let's move on to the next detachment.
Oh gosh.
So we're on to the Renegade Warbands. Now, just when you thought you've already seen a detachment which just couldn't get any better, well, I think this one actually, in my opinion, might actually be better. It's pretty amazing. Go through it.
Now, I'm gonna preface this. I need you all to calm down. Right, you need to wait. You need to wait because I did what I always do. I read it and just went, oh, "This is stupid. Why is it like this? Why don't you just do that?" Because the very first line, "slaves to none," because the whole theme of this is you don't agree with the Dark Gods.
Yeah.
You're fresh can be, renegade-wise. Yeah. You lose Dark Pacts.
Yeah.
That's my army rule, chef. Well, yes, I know.
And it's a very good army.
And it's a very good army rule, but. Just again, I need you to wait.
As a CSM player, I actually prefer not having Dark Packs because I just take mortals all the time.
Are you're the one that always fails
every single time. Destroys my models. But yes, I digress.
Everything gets assault. Just that's your trade for Dark Packs.
No, thanks.
Why don't I just take Renegade Raiders and get extra AP and Dark Pack?
Yeah, obviously.
Well, yeah, no, but then you don't get Vendetta. Oath of Moment.
Oh. What?
Why don't I just take Veterans of the Long War and then I get...
Because I'm not done. You also can twisted doctrine. You can default to doctrine. Remember, you are fresh as fresh can be. So you use your knowledge of the Codex Astartes with their own unrestrained savagery to horrible effect. Gladius. It's Gladius. It's Gladius, guys, because everything is Gladius now.
Yeah,
What's your army? It's Gladius. It doesn't matter. You're running Gladius Task Force. It's not quite that. You do have to take a battle shock check. You can choose to default to Doctrine, so you don't have to. When you do so, you do it when you are selected to move, and you can default to Doctrine. You take a battle shock check, regardless of whether you pass or fail. You can then choose to either advance and charge. Remember, you already have assault on everything, just all the time. Or you can fall back, shoot and charge. So it's Gladius on tap.
Yes.
Now, yes, there will be times where you fail that battle shock check and you still want to fall back, so you might take some hazardous escape things, whatever, desperate escapes, that's what they're called, and you might lose a couple of models. You probably won't want to fall back in that instance when you have like one model in the unit, because you might not want to take that risk.
Sure.
But it's when you are selected to move. You still haven't made the decision at that point as to whether you're going to remain stationary or move. So you can just go, I failed the battle shot, I'll just remain stationary, it's fine. Okay, the downside is you're battle shocked. You do this in the movement phase. You've already scored.
Yeah.
So the downsides are you might have a negative interaction with Nightmare Hunt, lol.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You might not be able to do stratagems, which is a pity because the stratagems are really good.
Yes.
Or you might take some hazardous.
Yeah.
On certain units, it doesn't matter. Now, weirdly, you can't default to Doctrine if you're already battle shot. Guess what?
What?
A cursed cultist can do it.
Yeah.
Well known for their adherence to the Codex Astartes.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yes,
It's
incredible.
really good.
It's incredible.
It's really good.
But you could at least you could probably only oath one target. at a time.
Well, the first enhancement is, would you like to be Bobby G? Pick a second target. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Once the first target's destroyed, you switch over.
So you're going to take that every single game.
Now, as far as I'm aware, that's a stratagem in Veterans of the Long War for 2 CP
Yes.
if you kill it within 12 inches. Yeah, you just do this for an enhancement.
Yeah.
and pick anyone.
It is the most expensive enhancement in the game.
Okay.
And I'm not kidding. It's 60 points.
So it should be.
Take it anyway.
But I think I'd sort of argue that. I mean, you're still going to take it every time. I don't want to say it's not expensive enough, but I mean, the ability to re-roll all your hits against a second target is brutal.
You then have Eyes of the Hunter. Ignore cover. That's right.
It's okay. I mean,
okay.
shooting's not the strength of the
It's not, and you
character-led
can't
units.
join anyone to Havoc.
Warpsmith can go with Havocs.
Yeah, sure.
There's an argument to run a
Yeah,
Warpsmith.
that's kind of cool. Right, now fratricidal trophies. It's only 5 points.
Okay.
Terminator, when the bearer's unit chooses to default to Doctrine until the end of the turn, they get to reroll the hit roll. So it's basically, it allows the Terminator unit's rule to actually work in this detachment.
Right.
The keen-eared and eyed amongst you will notice that Hellbrutes don't work in this detachment, and the Terminators need this character to have a role. This is a missed design opportunity, and frankly a little bit sad that they didn't just make a reference to anything that references Dark Pacts can instead do change all references to Dark Pacts to default to Doctrine.
Exactly.
So allow Hellbrutes to do a 6-inch aura of do both, right?
Yeah.
It's not really going to make any difference for that, but it would be nice for the Terminators to just do it without needing a character enhancement. But it's really not the end of the world. It's just a little bit like, okay, sure, whatever. And then you have Empiric Symbiote, which is add 1 to advance and charge rolls for the bearer's unit. It's kind of cool on the Raiders if you're inclined on taking those.
Interestingly, a Master of Possession does the same thing in their innate ability. So if you wanted a 7-inch charge from reserve, there's the potential for that.
That's very good.
It'd be a shame if there was a way to give them advance and charge like this entire detachment.
Yeah, imagine that. Imagine that.
Oh boy!
All right, so let's go over the strats.
Okay. Are you really sad about missing Dark Pacts? Don't worry, you've got Never Outgunned. Give yourself lethal or sustained. There you go.
Oh, so you've still got that pack set.
Yeah.
Shooting or fight phase, any Heretic Astartes unit.
It's back.
But you took that packs away.
It's only 1 CP.
You know what's great? You don't have to even roll a leadership test.
Yeah.
Or take mortal wounds. It's great. Love it.
Yeah, that's the weird thing is you're still effectively. Oh, do you miss Dark Pacts? You're taking a version of Dark Pacts, but you don't take mortal wounds.
Wicked.
It's really good, isn't it? 1 CP.
But it's okay. You don't have true Oath of Moment because you don't get the +1 to wound.
That's true, right? Right, guys.
Right?
Well, so Vengeful Destruction.
Oh, who said that?
1 command point. Shooting or fight phase.
Yeah.
Heretic Astartes infantry only. You accept damned. Oh, and mounted units. You get that as well, mounted units as well.
see.
+1 wound against that oath target. Sorry, vendetta target.
I see.
So you can have I mean, I would argue Space Marines should only get the +1 to wound on their infantry anyway.
Correct, Amunda.
This is, I mean, it's superb.
Now, again, it's only on the one unit. It's not army-wide, so you could... And this was kind of my thing as I was reading through it. It's like, this is just a poor map. Like, if I wanted all of this, why don't I just run Space Marines and run... Because what if you want to run Chaos?
Yes.
This now allows you to do Chaos, but Gladius.
Yes. Yep.
Again, everything is Gladius, and it's really boring, but it is what it is. Undying Hatred, Fight on Death on a 4+. Oh, it's just like a Gladius one. Really good. We know Fight on Death's good. Even if it's only on a 4+, it can make a huge difference in swings. If you've only got the one CP, you don't have enough CP to interrupt. Yeah. Or you've burnt all your CP, but you've got Chaos Lord. Doesn't matter. I'll take a 4+ over not.
Competitively speaking, people are literally running Ultramarines, but refusing to run Blades of Ultramar. Because taking Gladius, because Gladius has to fight on death.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's interesting.
And it's the perfect counter against obviously other Victrix cards as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you're definitely going to take
it's what you want for your...
In the Huron world.
Yeah. You know what else this detachment needed? Yeah, sticky objective stratagem.
Oh, there it is.
So, this is in your movement phase. Done.
Okay.
Nice and easy. So you get to move away from it after you've stickified it.
Wow.
You can move onto it, stickify it, charge away from it.
Oh, that's brutal.
Really good, right?
That's brutal for 1 CP.
It's an interesting discussion, that, because when do you hold the objective? Is it the end of the phase?
At the end and the start and end of any...
So it depends. But can you use the strat at the end of the phase at the same time?
Well, yeah, because it's just your movement phase.
Interesting.
Yeah, your movement phase. It doesn't say start of the movement phase, end of the movement phase. It's just your movement phase.
Oh, but you would have to control it at the start of the phase.
But you also check for control at the end of the phase.
Who knows? We'll find out at some point.
Corrupted munitions.
Munitions? You know what's really getting me down? You've done Armour of Contempt. I'll just add +1 AP anyway.
Oh.
Shooting phase only, because, you know, it's in the name, munitions, not corrupted punch.
Yes.
But, you know what? I'm not feeling like risking devastating wounds on my forge fin. I'll just take AP4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because it's on anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the AP of a Vindicator? It's AP4 now.
AP4.
Sure. Again, one could argue, why don't you just take Renegade Raiders? Because now you're rerolling your hits against it as well. Oh no, you get to fall back and shoot with that Forge Fiend? Come on, man.
Yeah.
And then Reaver's Reaction, which is a reactive move.
Yeah.
Not on monsters and vehicles.
No.
And it's when you get hit.
Yes, not even lose a wound, weirdly.
Just hit.
Again, they're not expecting you to kill the Huron bodyguard model.
Yeah, it's a D6 reactive move.
Yeah.
Now, that's really good because your opponent can try and bait out reactive moves by going, I'm just going to not be within the 9. You go, that's fine. You just don't get to shoot me then.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still going to move my D6.
Yeah.
It's not a surge move. It is a normal move.
Yeah, you can't move into engagement.
No, but you can jump back inside your transport.
Yes, you
you shot me with something little piddly. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to go back into my Land Raider.
Yeah.
Or my Rhino.
Yeah.
Or behind this wall.
Look, it's as you say, it's Gladius light, in some ways better, in other ways, light. But here's the thing.
It's just the suite of stratagems is good. The enhancements are okay.
Yeah.
The enhancements are okay. Yeah. They're fine. I'm not sure if double Vendetta for 60 points is worth it.
Oh, it's definitely worth it.
You reckon?
Oh, every single day of the week.
Yeah.
You just make sure you stick it somewhere incredibly safe.
Yeah.
And then, yes, you take this all day of the week.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, this detachment's one of the least restrictive of all of the Chaos Space Marine detachments in terms of its detachment rule.
Yeah.
Because if you're a big fan of Hellbrutes, and I like Hellbrutes because I love the old Contemptor models.
Yes.
You look at the detachments, a lot of them there's so many infantry only, infantry this.
Yeah.
But actually here you get the full fallback, shoot whatever you want with all your infantry, with all of your tanks. You can run basically anything you want in this detachment. Yeah. Your only limitation is basically the +1 to wound against the oath target is infantry only. Yeah. Otherwise, you scot-free, you do whatever you want. Yeah. I mean, even the reactive move is mounted as well. Yeah. So you've got plenty of
weirdly, if you made your Reavers Alpha Legionnaires, this would be a great Alpha Legion detachment.
Yeah, and also quite appropriate because they are not really massive big fans of the demons. Now, here's something quite amusing that I was thinking about just now, actually, because we're talking about like it's applicable to anything. So you know how we've theorized that the Emperor's Children didn't get things like Vindicators and Forge Fiends and Predators because the power of advancing and shooting or falling back and shooting with them would be,
Yeah.
Look, I mean,
Would you like some reroll hits on top of that? Yeah, go for it.
yeah, I mean, you can't even charge something somebody else has charged with Emperor's Children, can you? So
Nope.
But
Yeah,
here
this you
just
can
do
you,
what
can-
it-
you,
this is
you, can,
provided-
you can put your
Okay.
30 chosen on top of
You
stuff.
do have to take a battle shock test.
Oh no, on my leadership 6
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
And I'll point out that you can still do it even if you fail.
Yes.
Do
exactly.
icons allow you to reroll the Dark Pact, or is it battle shock check?
Just Dark Pact, which is another little bit of a miss alongside the Hellbrutes and Terminator.
But again, you know what? I think that's why they've given you so much power and flexibility, is because there's a few rules which don't interact with it. Like, you can run a Baden in this army and you will never get use of one of his rules because you need to make a Dark Pact on 7-up. But the ability to re-roll your battle shock in an aura, quite good. So probably something to consider is worth it.
Yeah.
There's so much scope in this detachment, and it will work for any kind of playstyle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
it's really good. It is effectively, you are running a Gladius task force with Devastator always active, and a slight downside if you want to do any of the others. But you can do them on tap individually.
Yeah, which is
Yeah,
just huge.
if you take Dark Apostles, they can turn off Battle Shock as well. So if you it might be a reason
Yeah, if that's-
again
if that's a
to
problem.
put
Yeah.
a Dark Apostle.
So are there any standout combos other than what we've already mentioned?
The thing with this detachment, it just makes the strong units stronger.
Yeah.
We've touched on the Forge Fiend. Obviously, Forge Fiends are back in business. They were never out of business, let's
No.
be real. But running 3 of these, shooting at a single target.
Yeah.
Often what you'd see competitively with Chaos Space Marines was people would take Renegade, or you'd get a select number of players that would play Veterans. And that's because the reroll hits is absolutely fantastic, and Veterans basically is kind of like this, but worse. Or you take a Baden, and you have a reroll hits, and you have Renegades in there as well. So now you don't need a Baden for reroll hits.
No.
And you're super fast and flexible, just like the Renegade Raiders. So I suspect this will be the go-to detachment for people that liked both of those playstyles. And Bile players will go to the other detachment we discussed.
The loss of lethal or sustained on your Dark Pacts, especially when combined with like the rerolls for Veterans or Abaddon, it will make a difference.
Yeah.
It will if you fish, which, you know, morally dubious, but technically legal. But I cannot get over the sheer power. Like, if you said to any Space Marine player, would you like Gladius, but you don't pick it army-wide, you pick it on an individual basis, you might have to fail a battle shock every now and then. They'd be like, yes, I will take your hand, I will eat it, and then I'll eat your foot as well.
Yeah.
Because this whole thing is delicious to me. It's really good. It's really, really
It's incredible.
But wait! There's more!
So there are some units you can have in your army that actually don't get Dark Pacts. But that's because you've stolen them from other people's armies. The Cult Marines
Oh, here we go.
an avenue to use and abuse some of the rules available to you. Now, let's take a look at them each one at a time. Noise Marines. Don't get Dark Pacts, but boy howdy would they like some of those rerolls to hit. Extra AP with shooting, inbuilt ignores cover. That is brutal. Called Berserkers. Well, eat your heart out, World Eaters, because you'll reroll hits. You can trigger sustained or lethal. You can get Dark Pacts even though you never had them in the first place.
Advance and charge, you can fall back
advance
and charge.
You can get +1 to wound against the Vendetta target. Isn't that lovely? And if someone shoots you,
Makes better berserkers.
If someone
someone
shoots
shoots
you-
you-
Oh no!
you can choose to either surge or you can normal move perhaps back into the transport.
Oh, yes, that's right, yes.
Depending on the rule set you play with,
Yeah.
you probably can't trigger both at once.
Yes, that.
Unless you're playing with some crazy
Why
rules.
have you got to be like this?
Well, it gets better.
Does that mean that on the World Eaters, you've got a brick of 20, for example, and you're going to stick them out in the open, just be like, come on, let's go. I shoot you.
Yeah.
I hit you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do my stratagem to reactive move D6 because I'm like 9 inches away.
All right.
Okay, I've rolled a 4. I'm now 5 inches away.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll shoot you again.
Yeah.
Okay, and now I'm going to blood surge. You can do that.
You could absolutely.
You can't
do
do
that.
them at the same time.
Yep.
But you could.
Oh no!
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
Okay. So rubrics,
Yep.
flamers,
Yep.
extra AP.
Yeah.
Famously not assault weapons.
No.
Or-
Oh, except now.
Or if you want to be really spicy, what you can do is you can take the bolters and get to AP3
Yeah.
bolters, reroll hits against that Vendetta target.
Yeah.
Ignoring
And
cover.
+1 to wound
Yeah.
for the stratagem.
Yeah.
And finally, Plague Marines, which are very versatile all round.
Yeah.
They need reroll hits to hit with the melee weapons because they're 4-up to hit.
Yep.
Now you get to reroll those hits. You've got your Plague Spewers or your Blight Launchers. It's a lovely time. It's a lovely time.
Right, okay. See, now that you've mentioned this, and now I'm really sad that once again we find ourselves in a strange part of an edition where we're near the end and the rules start getting a little bit crazy, everybody. But we're now at that weird stage where it's like, hey, you've got a cool unit.
Yeah.
And another army goes, I'm going to take that cool unit and I'm going to make it better than what you get. What? Why? Why? Now, it's not necessarily better for like the Plague Marines, because obviously their rule will do nothing. Thousand Suns, sure, Cabal Sorcerer, you're not getting that anyway, but it's like, hey, they've got reroll wounds if you're on an objective and you're rerolling hits. Oh boy. Why are they better? Okay, sure, you won't be able to get access to the sorcery powers, but guess what? One of your sorcery powers is reroll hits.
Yeah.
You know, Noise Marines, their whole thing is advancing and shooting, and you can do that in here for free. You don't even need to use the default doctrine. Why? It just, it makes me sad.
Let's move on, Chef.
Sorry, just before we move on,
Yes,
I
please.
am going to say, honest opinion, I'm a little disappointed
Okay, why?
as a Chaos player, because I feel like every detachment that comes out is, can we make your infantry melee units good?
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like, where's our transport, jump in, jump out kind of detachment? We never really got one.
Looking for those sort of those more flavoured, specifically themed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's still a few different tropes that Chaos Factions haven't had yet.
Yeah.
And
They do have about
again,
15
it's like,
detachments now.
This is
so
it. How do they keep doing that?
Yeah, I'm surprised that they haven't managed to do it.
Chosen are good in this one. Oh, Chosen are good in this one.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit sick of it, but here we are.
Well, look, regardless, if you're a Chaos fan, with those two new detachments, regardless of whether you're interested in the Red Corsair aspect or not, I think it's fair to say that you've got at least one of those as a super hot detachment you're probably going to be running or trying out on the battlefield really soon. So that is very exciting for you. And if you are now a new Red Corsairs fan and you want to run Ron and friends, well,
there were at one point literally dozens of you.
You're going to be in really well. But that's not the only piratical faction in this supplement. We have more pirates coming your way. Just a moment. It's raiding time, folks, with Prince Yriel at the head. Let's go over his data sheet first.
He's back! Yay!
Better than ever.
He's an elf. He's toughness 3. He does have 5 wounds. 3 up, 4 up. Scout 7. This is a common theme with all the Corsair stuff, so if I don't mention it again, it's because they've got Scout 7.
Yeah.
He can only join the Void Reavers or the Void Scarred.
Yeah.
Fine. Whilst he's leading a unit, this is where the consistency thing is missing. It is pretty good. He gives them sustained 1 and +1 to hit, shooting and melee.
Which is really nice.
Which is very good. And hey, it's a new character, new unit. What does that mean? They get a redeploy. He redeploys 3 units.
Cool.
It's just what the whole Corsair thing's about.
That's what is happening. That is the rules that are being given to new units at some stage. Weapon-wise, he has a shuriken pistol. Boring. He does also have the Eye of Wrath, which is a 6-inch range assault pistol. 3 shots, BS2, strength 6, -2 damage 2. It's also very cool that he can shoot you and look funny at you. And then the Spear of Twilight, 5 attacks, weapon skill 2, strength 7, -3, damage 3, lance.
Damage 3.
Oh, new
Damage
character,
3.
damage 3.
Damage 3, yeah.
Oh, he's only strength 7. But
With
he's got
lance, yeah. Frustratingly, doesn't have hazardous, and I say frustratingly because in the fluff,
it's killing him. It's
he
dangerous.
hurts himself with the Spear of Twilight. It's draining his very body and soul and mind. And
Not anymore though.
but no, he's got complete mastery of it and he's giving himself lance. He's just like, I'm going to turn that. He's like, no, what am I doing? Yeah, he's
Uses
great.
the momentum.
He's 95 points. He's pretty good as a beat stick.
Yeah.
And redeploy is good because it's also just any Eldari unit.
Yes.
I would go as far as to say I'd be tempted to include him on his own.
You would at that point.
Because you get a redeploy.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to lead a unit for that.
True.
You won't get the sustained and you won't get the +1 to hit.
No.
But for those points, him jumping out of a transport with 5 flat 3 damage attacks at AP3,
he's
he
gonna do
hits
some
harder
serious
than a
business.
Phoenix Lord in many cases.
Yeah.
He's going to do business.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to Karseth.
They're an interesting one. Toughness 3, 4 wounds, 6 up save, 4 up invuln. Enemy units cannot be set up within 12 inches of them from reserve.
It's very powerful.
Them, not their unit.
Yeah.
They can join your foot Corsairs.
Yeah.
Such is the theme. They then have Fury of the Void. So in your shooting phase, after this model's unit has shot, select one enemy unit hit by one or more of their attacks, which is called Dread of the Deep Void. We'll come to that in a minute, it's okay. Until the end of the turn, which is key, all of your Eldari models get +1 strength. So it's melee and shooting.
Okay.
It's quite nice.
That's very nice.
Interesting.
It's quite nice. It's not quite the +1 to wound from Idris,
No.
but you could stack them.
Yes.
And then the Dread of the Deep Void ability is shooting. It's a bit of a weird one. 24-inch range, D6 +2, ballistic skill free, strength free, -2, damage 1. It does, however, ignore cover, have blast, and anti-infantry 2+.
Yeah.
It is also hazardous all the time. There is no way to turn it off.
No. It's okay. I'm not blown away by it. You're taking him for his abilities.
It will get better.
Okay. We then move on to the Viper.
The new Viper.
Hello, Viper.
Also, Karsef's 95 points as well.
Yeah.
Again, maybe worth considering. You've mentioned about taking her by herself.
If the meta's very deep strike heavy,
Yeah.
then having him on the back field, if there's no indirect, is a great option.
Yeah. Just to protect you.
But there's some really spicy combos in the Corsair detachments that we'll also cover later.
Okay.
So new Viper, they've gone up slightly. They're 75 points now. They still retain the suppressive harassment fire, so they're -1 when you hit a unit.
Yep.
They're -1 to hit. Now, weapon-wise, they come with a shuriken cannon and a bright lance.
Yep.
You can replace the bright lance with a scatter laser or a star cannon.
Yep.
Sure. You could also replace the shuriken cannon with a missile launcher.
Yeah. So an underslung missile launcher.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is.
double anti-tank shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you go missile launcher and bright lance. It's not shabby, because
not
remember that the
no.
Elder missile launcher is strength 10.
Yeah.
It's still only -2 D6,
Yeah.
but it's not shabby for 75 points.
No. Yeah. Exactly. And you can have 2 per unit, so you could run 6 of these in an Eldari army.
Yeah, yeah.
They look good.
And then you have the Starfang, which is
Yes.
the Corsair version. So it does have the Anaraphic keyword, the Viper does not. Scout 7, sure. Hallucinogen grenades. At the start of your opponent's shooting phase, this unit can use this ability. Select any Eldari infantry that is within 36 invisible, and they get stealth.
Yeah.
So it goes poop and covers them in
It's nice.
gas.
It's a nice bit of protection for your units.
Interesting I've noted on the grenades note is it has the grenades keyword.
Yeah.
It does, because the Starfang has an underslung Starfang grenade launcher.
Yeah.
Which is 36-inch range, D3 shots, ballistic skill free, strength 6, -3, damage 2, which is exactly the same as its disintegrator cannon, except it has 3 shots.
Yeah.
So you're getting anywhere between 3 to 6, strength 6, -3, damage 2 shots at 36-inch range with assault.
Yeah.
Potentially more with the blast from the grenade launcher.
Yep.
You scout 7 and move 14.
You scout 7, move 14. You can run them in units of 2. They're 75 points a model.
Yeah.
You could do the sort of the Tau Piranha play, which saw some utilage.
Yeah. Put people in prison. Yeah.
A while back. That is the general theme of the Corsairs.
Yes.
Is scout and just let me leave my deployment zone, please.
Yeah.
And you say no.
Yeah.
Here's
May not.
Here's my 2 Starfangs, and then I'm going to pivot them like that, just to be really annoying.
Would you invest 450 points into 6 Starfangs every game?
I'm not sure
If you wanted to be a Corsair flavoured player.
Oh, if you're Corsair, I think you kind of need it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
I'm not sure if you would invest that much.
Yeah.
But anything with that amount of move and a scout on top.
Yeah, and it's got pretty decent firepower too.
I mean, it's not shabby.
It's not shabby, no.
Like I say, anywhere between 4 and 6 shots against sort of Space Marine
Yeah,
style.
because it's a -3 break point, not
-3.
-2.
It's
That
very
really
good.
is significant when
Yeah.
you've got cover and all that sort of stuff.
So yeah, it's certainly not bad, and for 75 points, it's good as a little sort of thing to chuck in. But it doesn't have any other weapon options. You can't give it like a bright lance, but they obviously are fulfilling different roles, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what about the Sky Reavers then?
The Sky Reavers. So these are your jump pack lads. Scout 7 on top of your 12-inch move. You are only a 5-up save. You have no invulnerable save, you are toughness free, you have 1 wound. You are as flimsy as you can possibly get in this game outside of a grot.
They look cool though.
They do look cool. They're quite expensive. They're 75 for 5, 150 for 10.
Yeah. What sort of firepower?
For every 5 models in the unit, up to 2 can have a blaster, combat weapon, flamer, combat weapon, fusion gun, combat weapon, shredder, combat weapon. And in any combination, 10-man unit can have doubles of those, but you're still only able to take 4. I misread it. I thought you could take 1 of everything.
Yeah.
But it's like you're gonna specialize. You're gonna go either Blaster Fusion or Flamer Shredder.
Yeah.
Realistically, I mean, you can take a Blast Pistol on the Felarch.
Yeah.
So you know what? A Blast Pistol, a Blaster, Fusion Gun for 75 points. Scout 7, 12-inch move. Those are assault weapons.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
In addition, you have Raid and Run. So at the end of the fight phase, if this unit was eligible to fight, and it's not within engagement range, it can make a normal move of D3+3. Otherwise, it can fall back D3+3.
Which is really good. Like, that is a really good, I mean, you can fall back onto an objective, it might be your turn next. You know, there's a lot of tactical play here, but I agree, like, they are a bit pricey.
They're not.
They're very flimsy for that price.
Yeah, they're not shabby in combat. They do have free attacks to strength 4 -2 damage 1.
Yes.
Weapon skill 3. So they're definitely a bully unit. You want to use them to pick off that last model and then fall back onto something, or go into something that you know is like, oh look, there's like there's like a Victrix Guard. You're not going to get rid of all the Victrix Guard in one go and turn one, but you know what I mean. It's like there's one model left, and you know you're going to survive the hit back, so then you can just fall back and grab an objective. That's where they're useful. And obviously, they're Deep Strike. They're 75 points for Deep Strike. A lot of people are using Swooping Hawks. I know they're really good with the lethal and the sheer amount of shots, but 75 points for anything with that size of a footprint that can Deep Strike and do an action that's really good.
Is there a play? I mean, again, if you're a Corsair, if you want to be a Corsair player, perhaps you are reviving your Forge World, Corsair army. Perhaps you just want to invest in this. Are you taking 3 units of 10 of these?
I don't think you're taking 3 units of 10.
And deep striking them in every turn. You could go for your anti-infantry with the Flamers and the Shredders, or you could go with your anti-tank with a Fusion. I'd suspect if you're going for Corsair heavy, you probably do need
You're going to take some.
anti-tank.
You are going to take some, but I think you get better value from other Corsair units that want to do stuff. Like, if you want to kill stuff, you're probably going to run Starfangs or Void Scarred.
Yeah.
If you want to do actions, they're great for that.
Yeah.
Sure.
So MSU, 3 units of 5?
I reckon there's space for them.
There's some detachments potentially where you run 10. There's one specific stratagem in one of the detachments where you definitely run 10.
Okay.
I think, and we'll cover that in a bit. But if you're playing normal Eldari, this is an issue I have with Eldari in general.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can do when everything is toughness 3 and has a 5-up save.
Yeah.
Like you've got these and you've got Swooping Hawks.
Yeah.
You got Scorpions and you got Banshees, and they're always going to compete with each other for whichever one's actually the best.
Yeah.
And then all Eldar players just take 3 of the Warp Spiders and 3 of the Banshees and 3 of the Fire Dragons, or whatever happens to be the best thing on the toughness 3 5-up Invuln 3-up chassis.
I have a horrible feeling that you're going to see at least 10 of these in pretty much any Eldar army, and that's because they're the cheapest Deep Strike Action Monkey.
Yes.
Not because they've got a cool rule, not because they've got cool weapons, or you're probably going to take them because they're 75 points of Deep Strike and Action Monkeys. It's 75 points to go, drew behind enemy lines, there we go.
Yeah.
Scout 7, move 12, 19 inches, and then an advance as well. Like, if you're playing an army that doesn't have fly, you're screwed against any Corsair's relevant army.
Yeah.
They just block you in.
They are there to just go, like, you've got you.
Which is, of course, characteristic of the piratical nature of the Corsairs.
Oh, yeah.
They'll find an enemy and they'll stand in front of them defiantly.
Look, right. None of these make me excited to start a Corsairs army.
Yeah.
None of them make me excited to kind of go, I'm going to feed my Elder on Corsairs. Which is a real shame because the models are amazing.
They are. I feel like they're lacking a unit or two to sort of cohesively bring it together. I think part of the problem with the Corsairs in particular is if they've got these jump pack guys which look really cool, and perhaps they will be the action monkeys, as you say, or the tech units in your army. Perhaps you could use them a bit more aggressively as a Scourge-esque unit, but you're paying a lot more points then, 150 for the 10 wounds, and they're not even as tough as Scourge, because these Scourge have a better invuln save.
They've got an invuln, they have the save, they don't have jump, shoot, jump.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of go, right, well, how does this army actually work? Yeah. So you could take some Wave Serpents for your regular Void Scarred. You could use some Falcon Grav tanks, I suppose, but you miss out on all of the Aspect Warriors, and if you're going like a pure Corsair army, they don't seem to have enough. They don't have enough of their uniqueness.
It's another one of those armies that's like, cool. If Warhammer 40,000 was 1,000 points, Corsairs is an army. It's a relevant army. Yeah. Imperial Agents is a relevant army. 1,000 points.
Yes. Yeah.
But unfortunately, at 2,000, it's just not.
Yeah. And to play devil's advocate, I don't think we should look at it in the context of this should be an army, because it has 2 characters, both of which are special. It has 2 existing units, is added in an extra unit, and then a light vehicle. So it has no transports of their own, it has no heavy infantry of their own, no generic characters of their own. It's got less data sheets than Harlequin.
Yeah, exactly, right.
It's not an army.
No.
It's not an army. This is Eldari agents.
Yes.
Which is its own inherent issue that should exist at this stage with both them and the Harlequins, as much as it pains me to say it, as well as the Ynnari stuff.
Yeah.
They should all be kind of agents-esque type things. But the real problem that I have with them is that they are so indicative of not necessarily the problems of 10th edition, but just that kind of issue of, we've looked at them and gone, that's really cool, but you're going to take them to get you like 6 to 7 victory points and then they die and you don't care.
Yeah.
And every army looks at it and goes, like, on paper, I look at these and go, they're cool, but they're not getting me excited. No. Whereas a more competitively minded player might look at them and go, these are actually amazing because they're great for screening, they've got scout, they're great for harassment, they're tech piece, they're utility, they're this and that. And I'm like, but their rule is they go in, they fight, and then they flee, but they're going to go in, fight, die before they get to flee, so it doesn't matter because everything's so killy in the game and you're an elf. But you also don't have the output to kill your unit before, and then you pick your target, so you're not going to do any of that cool stuff, you're just going to deploy a teleport beacon in the opponent's and it just makes it feel a little bit they're good for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
Like in my opinion. That doesn't make that the correct opinion, it's just my opinion. But I just think they're very indicative of different mindsets, which again, not a bad thing. You pointed out the scout, the advanced thing, and doing a big screen.
Unfortunately,
I've not even immediately thought of that. I've gone for like, oh yeah, maybe you could kill a unit and then get to use your rule and fall back onto.
Yeah.
But that's just a better play.
Well, yeah, and also like you're not killing units when you're in the world of 3, 4, 5 wound Chaos Space Marine or even Astartes models.
Not without some serious help.
None of these units have the killing power. Is the problem. Outside of Yriel with leading perhaps a unit of Void Reavers, but there is an interesting side that we haven't covered yet, which of course we're about to. The detachments for the Corsairs do actually enable you to play that themed army if you want to, because they have a very interesting enhancement mechanic. Let's go over that next. So the first one we're going to cover is the Eldritch Raiders, which is, funnily enough, Yriel's own detachment. It literally says that as the detachment rule. Let's go over that. What's wrong now? Okay. What's wrong?
Okay, so all Eldari units get advance and charge.
Yes.
It's actually
you mean Corsair?
No, all Eldari units.
Oh, right.
So it's actually quite good on the Corsair stuff because
Yes.
they've got assault on everything and they're pretty decent in combat.
Yep.
In addition, each time an Anrafe Rangers or Shroud Runners unit from your army advances, you can re-roll the advance roll.
That's really good.
That's really good. So, couple of issues with this. One, the units that are good in combat that you would want to advance and charge, Banshees already have it.
Yep.
Now, admittedly, this makes Shining Spears very scary.
It does, yeah.
It makes Wraith Blades somewhat interesting.
Yes.
It also makes this one of the better Harlequin detachments, because it's Eldari.
Yes.
My other sad thing about it is this detachment is called Yriel's Own.
Yes.
There is no rule for Yriel in this detachment.
Well, you can take an enhancement fee.
Hey, are you running Forge Fathers? What does the Forge Father get to do? Are you running Huron's Marauders? What does Huron? He gives you an extra cool thing. Marnius's, Calgaz's Blades of Ultramar, he does a cool thing. Yriel does nothing extra in this attachment.
But you can take an enhancement fee.
One of the 4 enhancements.
You can take an enhancement fee.
All right. The enhancers, so enhancers are Veterans of the Void. So each time you add an Anrafa unit to your army, you can give them a Corsair enhancement.
Okay.
So it works the same as Pantheon of Woe or the Execution Force. You can give this to an Anrafa unit. So you can give this to the units themselves, which is cool.
Yep.
You can give this to Yriel or Karseth.
Yeah.
Karseth, yes. Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they increase the points. They've got the units in field man. Put as a
So Pirate Prince is Yriel only.
See, there you go. There's your man.
Yeah, each time you spend a battle focus token to do an agile maneuver on a 3+, you regain that battle focus token. That's what an autarch does. It's not interesting.
I know, it's actually not.
It's really boring.
It's actually
He's already an autarch. He should do that.
Yeah, I know.
Just innately.
I know. But you can give him something.
You can. You could give him Alcritius.
Yes.
What?
Alacritus.
Sure.
Alacritus,
Yeah.
Now remember, you can give this to any Anrafa unit, so you could double up here. You could have one on Yriel, one on the unit that he's joined. It gives them Lance, so you wouldn't do that with Yriel because he already has it, but great for the Corsairs themselves. So that could work on your Sky Reavers if you want to go in. Strength, 3 attacks at strength 4 with Lance, -2 damage 1 isn't awful.
No, it's
for
okay.
a turn 1 little jab.
Yeah.
Exotic munitions, Anrafa unit only, anti-monster, anti-vehicle 5 for your ranged weapons.
That can go on the Starfangs.
And then adrenal infusions, infantry only. You can fade back for free, even if someone else has done so, and it does not prevent someone from doing so. So that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, okay.
That's very good. So that's when you get shot, you can move away.
So that's basically the winning one in there. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I think the Lance one's quite good.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The key thing about this is it gives all of your Eldari advance and charge.
Yes.
And then the Anrafi get reroll advance roll. So if you're going for that super high pressure, put the block in, that's kind of the shtick of it. The stratagems are where this detachment comes alive, however, I would argue. So Raiders spoil in command phase. When? Command phase. Your command phase, my command phase, doesn't matter. Command phase. An Anrafi unit in engagement range gets +1 OC.
Okay.
Actually really quite good.
Yeah.
Because you could be, I didn't quite shift you off of the objective and you out OC me. It's tied, so great. Yeah. No primary for you. Or keeps it back under your control. Really good utility. Ruthless Killers. Shooting or fight phase. A Corsair Void Scarred unit only.
Yes.
Fine.
Yeah.
But +1 damage.
That is good.
That is good.
It's great.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we're clutching at straws here to make Corsairs good.
I know, yeah. But I want any damage increase
this
for them is good.
On Corsair Void Scarred with Yriel in there.
Yes.
Or the other guy.
Yeah.
It's going to obviously make Yriel damage 4 in combat.
Really useful 2 months ago.
But also his eye for the shooting phase.
Yes.
Yeah, damage 3 on that.
So damage 3 eye, and then the Void Scarred themselves have a plethora of weapons.
Yeah.
You probably only take a couple of the shooting ones, but a shuriken cannon.
Yes.
Yeah,
damage 3 shuriken cannon.
Yeah.
You'll probably take a blaster or something in there as well. But then when you hit the combat phase, you've got obviously Yriel slapping, obviously sustained hits, and his what's the other ability?
It's +1
+1 to hit.
Yeah, +1 to hit.
Fantastic. Then you've got all the power swords because you come innately with power swords
Yes.
on these
nice.
Corsairs. Give them Lance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, all of a sudden, this unit's doing some serious business.
It's getting interesting.
It needs to, because it's approaching 300 points for elves. So.
Yeah, and you don't want them to get Overwatch before they get in.
No.
Well, you can stop that.
You can stop that.
Because you have
are
battle
elves.
focus.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
And then obviously you can scout move a wave serpent. And
Yep.
you got things you can do.
Yeah.
So I like that strat.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's good.
Right, Yriel's example, see, he's mentioned again.
Yeah,
This is his detachment. This is his strategy.
So 1 Eldari infantry except Wraith constructs, which is fair enough. In the fight phase, you get 5 up for no pain.
Okay.
I don't know quite why it's only in the fight phase.
Maybe they were concerned about the fade back being too powerful.
Maybe. Yeah, that's a
5
fair
up
point.
for no pain and leave the board.
But it is infantry only.
Yeah.
And these are basically 1-win models for the most part.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it's gonna be handy from time to time, but it's.
Well, when you're on a 5-up base save, you know.
But it's any Eldari infantry.
Yeah.
So you can do that on Banshees.
You could do it on Banshee.
You could do it on Harlequins.
You could do it on your aspects, yeah.
Yeah,
you could do it on.
keep an epic hero like a Phoenix Lawlife.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
It's good.
Look, it's really good, but you know.
Yeah.
It ties in well with like the +1 OC one.
Yeah.
As well, because if you can just stay alive just enough to get that OC going. And
Weirdly,
tie
it's
things
better
up.
on non-Corsair units, I would argue.
Yes.
Which is like ironic considering it's Corsair detachment. Right.
You then have no prey too big, which is your shooting phase, and Rafi Rangers or Shroud Runners that has not been selected to shoot. Until the end of the phase, each time a model makes an attack, if the strength is less than the toughness, you add 1 to the wound roll.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it helps boost you.
Yeah, Shroud Runners, scatter lasers.
Yeah.
We'll touch on them a bit more later.
You then have Impeding Fire, which is a Ranger's Shroud Runner or Starfang unit. This one's hilarious. Start of your opponent's charge phase, select 1 non-Titanic unit visible within 36, then -2 to the charge roll. just straight up for a CP. No roll, which is great.
Yeah.
But the fact that it can be anywhere within 36 invisible to any of those units is really quite good.
Yeah, that's actually an extremely powerful strategy.
Yeah.
-2 to your charge.
And it is done at the start of your opponent's charge phase, so they know straight up that they're going to be -2.
Yeah.
But it also does mean you can't bank it. You can't be like, now I'm going to do -2 on this really important charge. Like, you've got to pick it there and then.
Yes.
So it has its upsides and downsides. You then have withdraw and reinforce. This is the reason why you're taking this detachment. End of your opponent's fight phase, and then Rafa unit from your army that is not in engagement range goes into strategic reserve and brings all of their non-characters back.
Yeah,
it's the Guardian Host one, but on Rafa.
And only 1 CP, which is phenomenal.
Amazing.
It's really good.
In this detachment, are you then not, let's be honest, using units of 10 of these?
I think you would take at least 2,
you would
probably.
take 2 on that basis, because one of them is potentially going to get away and hide behind a wall, or it doesn't matter that you don't want to bring them up because they're getting you like a behind or an engage.
And that's where your Feel No Pain could really come in clutch. You just keep one alive.
Where it's not within engagement range, so you do need to keep them alive, and then you fall back with your rule.
Yeah, I mean, look, that feels quite Corsair-y,
You could bring a Starfang back.
It is just Anrafa unit.
You could bring a Starfang back.
Yeah, they are in 2. Yeah, that's a fair point.
It wouldn't heal the one that's damaged if it is damaged.
No, it wouldn't.
But you'd bring a whole model back.
You'd bring a whole model back.
Weird.
Yeah, and they don't degrade either, so that's all right. Okay.
No, it's pretty good insofar as it's focusing on a very, very, very small subset that is, much like Harlequins, is going to need other bits from the Elder Army in order to function.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with it in terms of a flavor aspect, because they're going to have things like fire prisms and stuff like that. But this is where these sorts of sub-factions always feel a little bit disappointing to me, in that, you know what really wouldn't have broken the game is if they'd have just said, in this detachment, if you have Prince Yriel as your warlord, units without the aspect host keyword or the Harlequin keyword gain Anrafe. Because, oh no, who cares if your Falcon can advance and charge in this detachment?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, he'll get access to a 1 or 2 Anrafe specific stratagem. You could, oh no, but you might be able to put an enhancement on him. Oh, who cares? It's not going to break the game to allow you to go, hey, you want to run a Corsair army, but we don't have a full Corsair range yet. But if you want to be like, a cool guy and convert up like a Corsair-based Wraithblade unit, let them be Anrafe.
Yeah.
Who cares? I think that would be cool.
Okay, well look, that was that detachment. There's still another one for these pirate elves. Let's cover that next. We have the Corsair Kosery next. A nice delicatessen of pirates, sir.
I think this one's better.
Yeah?
I think it is, and
it's not saying much, admittedly, it's a low bar.
Yeah, true, and it's going to give birth to one of the most potent units we've seen so far.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Combo-wise.
It's really weird.
I would say more efficient than actually Huron.
Yeah, it's really weird.
That's a big call.
A threat to Huron's unit.
It's really strange. And when you, it's one of those things where I think they kind of forgot that they had this particular option.
Okay.
But the rule itself is Relentless Raiders. So whilst an objective marker is under your control, each time an enemy unit ends a normal, advance, fallback, or charge move within range of that objective marker on a 2+ on a d6, they take d3 mortal wounds.
Okay,
It's fun.
Yeah.
It can be quite hilarious if you've got a unit that they've moved in range of it to guarantee a charge, but they still haven't flipped the objective, so then they charge you, they're taking multiple mortal wounds.
Yes.
Works quite nicely with the Void Thieves ability, which gives all Anrafa units sticky objectives.
Ooh.
Scout move, sticky objectives.
Scout move stickies.
Vehicles, sticky objective. Starfangs.
So yeah,
that's competitive at that point.
That's good, and the fact that it ties in with a potential mortal wounds means end game where you've got like, I'm going to send my lone 2 wound model onto that objective because I drew cleanse.
Yeah.
Boom. So it's fun, right? And I think
it's quite good actually.
Leans into that play style of, which is super, super thematic of, I'm going to take a whole bunch of elves, stick a 5 objectives, and then stop you from doing anything by screening out your deployment zone, which is a really fun play style. I love going to jail. They have the same thing, Veterans of the Void, so Anrafa units can be given stuff. Infamy, whilst an enemy unit's within 3, -1 OC.
Yeah. I mean, that is good.
To a minimum of 1.
Yeah.
It's okay. You're taking Webway Pathstone every day of the week because it gives you a unit deep strike and uppy downy once per game.
Brilliant.
Nice.
As long as you're not in engagement range.
Yeah.
So you put that on a unit of Void Scarred.
Yeah.
You could put that on some Starfangs.
Yes, you could. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Arch Raider is for one of the characters only.
Yeah.
And it's Lord of Deceit.
Yeah.
Superb.
Yeah.
Auto take.
Yeah.
It's 35 points, you don't care. It's auto take. And then the Void Stone and Rafi Infantry, 5-up inver.
Okay.
That's where your Skyweavers become a little bit better.
Yes.
Yes, they won't get the 5-up Furna Pain, but as we've established, the game is super killy. You're toughness 3 with 1 wound. This is better.
Yeah.
On that profile, and that's also like 15 points.
Yeah, so worth it. Yeah.
Bargain. Already, I'm feeling a little bit better about
You've
this.
got, you've got, I mean, look, Lord of Deceit alone is very
That's
powerful.
also fantastic.
Yeah.
And remember, this is on stuff that can scout.
Yes.
So it's going to be applicable probably turn 1.
Yeah, also sticky objectives and then
Always strong.
punishing people for playing the game. Ultimately, you got to take that objective.
It's minor.
You're gonna take some more to win.
It is minor.
It all adds up, doesn't it?
And it is when you end a move. So if you run past it, you're fine.
Yeah.
But there's going to be some instances where you end the move. You don't have a choice.
Yeah.
You're going to have to end the move within range of the objective, and you're going to take little damage here and there.
Yeah.
Like the nickel and diming, it can do the business.
Also, a lot of people want to double down on an objective to ensure that they hold it. So that's D3 here, that's D3 there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, these things just add up.
Yep. And remember, you check at the end of a phase. So if you've got, I need to put 3 units on it to flip it from you. Well, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's underestimated. I think it could be quite problematic. Okay, what about the strats?
Pirates do. The fight phase, Eldari unit. Already not necessary to take Anrafi in this detachment. You're going to, but not necessary. Reroll wound rolls of 1 in the fight phase.
Okay.
Great. If you're Anrafi and you're fighting a target that is on an objective, you reroll all wounds.
Useful.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
A lethal ruse. Eldari unit, fall back and charge. Cool. If you're an Amrafa unit, you also throw grenades at them. You do 6d6 and for each 4+ do a mortal wound.
Yeah.
Now you can't fall back and throw grenades, but you can fall back, throw grenades with that unit, run past them, throw grenades with another unit. Yay! Oh, and they're on an objective. Boom, 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 boom.
It's glorious.
Oh, you've got a fire tank shock as well. Just mortal wound them for death. Right. Outcast ambush. So, your shooting phase.
Yeah.
Rangers or Shroud Runners.
Okay. What's the problem?
Until the end of the phase, ranged weapons equipped by models in this unit have ignore cover,
Yeah.
rapid fire 1,
All right.
and +1 AP.
Yeah. It's a lot of firepower.
It's good for 1 CP on a
Good
220
quality.
point unit.
Yeah, firepower.
Do you want the numbers?
Oh, he's done the numbers.
So at 18 inches,
Yeah.
you'll get 42
I beg your pardon?
42
42.
strength 5, AP 1, damage 1 shots.
Ooh.
With sustained hits 1, because that is inbuilt, and ignores cover.
So you should be getting at least 7 additional hits on average.
Are they BS? They're BS3 on the scaffolders, aren't
Yes,
they?
they are.
You should be getting 7 6s and 42 dice. So that's 7 additional hits.
And then you've got 12 strength 4, AP 2, 2 damage shots with ignores cover with the sniper rifle.
And precision as well, in case you're feeling a little bit
Precision.
naughty.
If you fancy it.
So
Don't you need this sort of power? We're talking about ramping the Corsairs up, aren't we?
you do need that sort of power, but it's just, why is it's a Corsair detachment? I get it, it's on theme, but again, this is where I'm like, just give them the Amrafa keyword as well. It really wouldn't be.
I mean, if I was doing a Corsair army, which I'd be sorely tempted to do because they're really cool, I mean, my Shroud Runners and Rangers, I'd just put the Corsair bits on.
Of course.
You just do that.
Of course you would. But again, it just feels then a little bit bad that they're not Anrafe.
Yeah,
and you just go like, I get it, like they wouldn't necessarily be a Corsair, but it's just.
Well, we found that this design philosophy is kind of an odd one because the Rangers, we were talking about this before we started filming the show, but like the Rangers are kind of like leaning towards the Exodite vibe. Obviously, they're not on dinosaurs, but they're supposed to go out into the maiden worlds and do their exploring. Then you've got the Corsairs who are kind of directly stepping on the toes of really both Harlequins and Drukhari, and they sort of sit somewhere in between.
Yeah.
And
You got Ynnari, which is just weird.
Yeah, and then Ynnari is just like suddenly forgotten. It's a
Yeah.
bit like the old Crimson Slaughter from, do you remember the Crimson Slaughter? They had a codex once upon a time.
There's a
Space Marines Crimson
Yeah.
Slaughter.
Yeah, look, the Outcast Ambush it's really good. It's one of those things where you go, on a unit of Rangers, Cool. On a unit of Shroud Runners, also cool, but then they also have the scatter lasers. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly not setting the world on fire, but hey, guess what? It's only 220 points and 1 CP.
Yeah.
And if you were so inclined, you could have Idris giving them +1 to wound. You could have Lycus giving them crits on 5s. Yeah. Yes, this is all adding more points, I realise that, but
you can amp that.
You could amp it.
If they're dead, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You then have Into the Breach. Your shooting phase just after an Anrafa unit has destroyed one or more enemy units. That's the key thing. You do need to destroy it in the shooting phase, and you get to make a normal move of D6+1.
Nice.
That's it. I will point out there is no other words.
No, you can charge, can't you?
There you go. Now the chances of an Anrafa unit killing something in the shooting phase and then making a normal move forward and then charging to kill something else, when it happens, you're going to feel real nice. But as we've established, this is a big ask.
Yes.
It's a big ask.
I think realistically, you're just going to jump into a transport.
Yeah.
A lot of the time.
Defense, yeah.
But it's
cool.
quite fun.
Yeah. All right. Cloak and Shadow.
Eldari Infantry, Stealth and 18-inch lineup.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's any Eldari Infantry.
Yeah, incredible.
You can do that on... I know I've mentioned like Wraith Blaze and Wraith Guard a lot, and it's because I really like them, and James really likes them, and Joe really likes them, and we all think they're really cool, but you never see them because they're really not that good. And I'm just like, anything to make them somewhat good. That's always a really good stratagem. It's super useful to have on tap. And then Vengeful Sorrow, your opponent's shooting phase. When an Eldari infantry unit from your army has a model destroyed, you get to make a D6+1 surge move. But the Space Marine one get to do it when they've just been hit.
But it's okay, they're not assuming you'll kill the Space Marines, but they're assuming you'll kill the Eldari.
This is true.
They're just being realistic.
I mean, look, a surge
being
move,
realistic.
A surge move is good. Again, this is any Eldari infantry, so that's good on Banshees. It's good on the Wraith Blades. Please make them good. Handy, it can be useful on things like Scorpions, because they're often like up in the grill. It's a good detachment, I think, overall.
When you've got battle focus on top of all of this, it's a flimsy army, but once you master the battle shock and you're used to running this army, it could legitimately be a threat for people.
Yeah, I think
just on a movement and tactical and positioning.
Yeah.
You don't have to do the damage to win the game.
No, and the sticky objectives everywhere.
Yeah.
And literally punishing your opponent for then trying to take those objectives. I think this does have some legs. I have deep concerns about like the fragility of the Corsairs in general, and actually
that is a problem. That's an elder.
And to be honest with you, the killing power as well. Like for the points you're paying versus what they're in a world where you do have Huron and Titus and these Victrix Guard, like. This is brutal to deal with, and I don't know if they've got enough of that hitting power to do it.
Good thing is that you can stand in front of them.
Yeah, you can stop them from going anywhere. They'll walk right through you, and you won't kill them. But if you knew you weren't going to kill them anyway, you may as well stop it.
Well, exactly, yeah. And I can see it being competitively used, but for me, it would not be very exciting. It would literally be about stopping your opponent from scoring points and me scoring points. You're going to kill me, but I've got I'll have.
It definitely leans into that kind of jail play style, which is perfectly viable. Not for me. I prefer to be a bit more interactive, but at the same time, it's like weirdly you're almost funneled into that play style because you don't have the ability to be interactive. Because if you try to, you die, and you don't kill anything.
Yep.
Not really. I mean, you might kill something with the like we're very excited about the Ranger thing because we think it's hilarious for 1 CP to get 3 different buffs that are all very potent.
Yeah.
But
it is just on 1 unit.
It's on 1 unit.
And let's face it, they are quite killable.
Yep.
So guys, that is really the practical side of the Maelstrom supplement, but there are now 2 other detachments that they've thrown our way. Both
pirates.
Orcs and Votan. Let's go over those. Well, folks, you probably have already guessed what better detachment specifically to give Orcs than the pirates of the Orcs, the Freebooters.
Yay, they're back.
The Freebooter crew is back. This is reminiscent, in my opinion, of the detachment from 9th edition.
No, it's not. It's not, because this is somewhat reasonable.
What do you mean? That 9th edition detachment was perfectly balanced.
Oh, yeah.
That shock attack gun was glorious.
It was the 27 buggies that was the problem. You know who you are and what you did. You're the reason why you can only run one of them nowadays. Yeah, look, it's Freeboot. It's Pirate Orcs. It's a really cool subsect of the Orcs. And the detachment rule is called Earby Loot. So it's the best name ever.
Yeah.
Moving swiftly on. It's unfortunately not quite as good as it sounds. It's still good, but it's one of those weird pick an objective markers at the start of the battle round.
Yeah.
It's very limiting. It becomes your loot objective whilst you're in range of it, or you're attacking something that's in range of it, you get sustained 1.
Yeah.
Only if you're infantry mounted or walker.
Yeah.
So you don't get this on your buggies, you don't get this on your kill rigs. Ironically, you would get it on a stomper if you're one of those absolute mad lads.
Yes. Yeah. Which is cool.
I mean, look, sustain 1 is good.
Yeah.
We know it's good. We've seen it's good because Daka Daka existed.
Exactly.
This is basically the Daka Daka detachment, but way more toned down.
Yeah. Which works because you just have lots of dice and
You
those
just
sixes
throw lots of dice.
explode.
And look, don't get me wrong, because it works in combat as well.
Yeah.
Sustained 1 on a key objective, really powerful.
No joke.
On your bikes, because they can shoot and fight. On your squig hogs.
Yep.
Just boys, knobs, mega knobs. Look, it's good. It has good practical applications, and that application is Moida. Enhancements wise, you have decaptains for your war boss only. Once per battle round at the start of any phase, you can unbattle shock a friendly orc unit within 12 inches, but they do take D3 mortal wounds.
Sure.
Fine.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah. I'm not taking the...
I'm pretty sure that was their old index rule.
Yeah.
Might have been, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Breaking heads.
yeah.
Breaking heads, yeah.
It's fine. It's okay. It might come up once in a blue moon. Like, whatever. Git spot a squig. This one's much better because it gives you ignore cover on an orcs model. Hey, guess who can join mech guns? A big mech.
Yeah.
Guess what that does? It gives them infantry.
Yeah.
Guess what that gives them? Sustain.
Yeah.
Yay!
Another potential route would be the tank busters,
Yes.
which have notoriously been
Yep.
busted.
Or flash gits, because
Yeah.
they're very good as
lead
well.
the flash bit gets, unfortunately.
No, you
Nobody can
can't
actually
join
lead.
Oh yes, this is not because that's from tactical. Yes, sure.
All right.
Fine, I'll put it on my mech guns.
Which is not a bad thing, let's face it.
The Bionic Workshop, Big Mech or Pain Boy. At the start of the battle, roll a D3, compare the result to the list below. Until the end of the battle, models in this bearer's unit have Bionics. Bionic legs, +2 move, great. Bionic arms, +1 strength, great. Bionic bonds, +1 weapon skill, great.
Bionic boss.
I love enhancements like this because they're stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
But because it's only a D3 and it's not like some random thing of, oh, I've got my unit of mega knobs with a big mech and I got +1 ballistic skill. You're like, no, all of these are good for
you'd be
any
happy
of
with
the
all of
units that you're putting these on. So I'm okay with it. And then you get Razgit's magic map. Hey, guess what, everyone? We don't have enough redeploys in this new stuff, so have some redeploys.
I thought, on a quick read, I thought it said magic up.
Razgit's magic up. Look what I found, boys. He's gonna be a monster someday. Once we get him to level 20, give him an EXP share. Right, it's orc infantry only though. The best ones for me are Ignore Cover and Bionic Workshop in those. Sure. You might take the redeploy on a whim. I'm not sure how many points.
Commandos splitting into 5.
Yeah, that's true.
There's some play. There's some play.
Stratagem wise, bash and grab. Fight phase, orc unit, attacking the loot, something within range of the... So they have to be attacking something in range of the loot objective.
Yes.
Your unit gets reroll wounds in the fight phase. Great.
Now that is obviously really good.
Yeah.
That is very good.
Rerolling wounds is massive.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I love the inversion of the second strategy.
So that was bash and grab, and the next one is grab and bash. So this is now. I need everyone to calm down. So for 1 CP in your command phase, 1 orc unit, excluding Gretchen, that is within range of the loot objective, you're in the war.
Sick.
Ah.
So now this is not quite as good as the Daka Daka version, because that's any time you want it in the command phase. But that is also 2 CP.
Yes.
This is 1 CP, and it went up to 2 CP because actually when you give 4 rules to something for 1 CP, it's quite good.
Yeah.
But this is still very good.
Yeah, for 1 CP it's incredible.
Now you do need to be within range of your loot objective, but you don't need to control it.
No. Yeah, so
That's useful.
So that can help you take it, back if you're not in control.
Yeah, I mean, 1 CP to within a admittedly quite narrow spectrum, but to give a unit of your choice advance and charge of 5 up in +1 strength, +1 attack is really powerful.
For 1 CP. Yeah.
Really good.
It's amazing.
Combos quite nicely with Boarding Rush, which is auto advance 6.
Lovely. Storm Boys can advance and charge innately.
They can. Ooh. It's also on any Orc unit, so you could do that on a unit of Squig Hog Boys. They now have a 16-inch move. Potentially advancing and charging, or just a 16-inch move to get up into your face.
Still love Storm Boys. I love them even more with Boarding Rush.
Deck Fraggers. An Orc unit from your army that is shooting infantry gets blast.
So good.
It's just hilarious.
Yeah.
That's really good. Might be quite useful when you're up against things which are like, oh, I've got 17 models in my unit and they're like 80 million wounds. It's like, I mean, you're going to need blast at that point. But yeah, I mean, it's...
My money on 10 flash hits into that match.
Sustained
that can be
lethal
quite
blast.
interesting, yeah.
Yeah. Sustained lethal blast.
You're +3 shots each. You're 4 shots base.
The damage
2,
yeah.
yeah. Strength 6, I think. AP1 damage.
Yeah,
Yes,
strength 6.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's not bad.
It's not shabby. It's not shabby at all. Speaking of flash kits, you also have Rolling Loot Heap. Just because an enemy vehicle is still mobile and fighting doesn't stop any suitably arrogant flash kit from claiming it as their loot, especially when the snaz guns can explosively back up their claim. Anti-vehicle 4+ on flash kits is quite good.
Yes, that's extremely good.
That's quite good,
That's
nice.
That's quite good,
really
that.
good.
Nice.
I suppose it's a good thing you can't give them ignore cover because you're going to need that cover.
Yeah.
And then Crump and Run. Opponent's movement phase just after an enemy unit falls back, an Orc unit that was within engagement range with that enemy unit and is no longer in engagement range of any enemy units. Normal moves are 6.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't use it to go back into combat, can use it to jump back inside of a truck, to go behind a wall, to put pressure on an objective, to just be a brick of boys in your face.
Great. Yeah.
It's a good detachment.
Yeah.
It's let down a little bit by the detachment rule being quite narrow in scope, but as we've seen with Orcs, sustained is very good because of the sheer amount of shots and or fighting that you get.
Yeah.
Yes, if you want a melee only version, you're going to go Warhorde and just have it all the time in the fight phase. If you want it without as many limitations, you might want to go Daka.
I'm not an expert Orc player, but for me, I you know, from the times where I was running Orcs, this feels fairly competitive to me.
It has legs.
Yeah.
Well, and teeth, lots of them. But basically what I think you'd end up doing is that oftentimes when you play Orcs, they will push up.
Yes.
And you don't want to engage because they haven't wired yet.
That's right.
And as soon as they wire, you know that they can hit everything in your army.
Yeah.
So you will step back.
Yeah.
And then the Orc player just goes, cool, I'm going to tow 1 model from each unit onto the middle objective.
Yeah.
And now I've got sustained army wide.
Yes.
Yep.
And obviously your biggest winners are the same ones that are used and abused more Daka.
Yeah.
You've got your flash kits.
Yep.
You've got your tank busters.
Yes.
You've got your knobs. And more importantly, I think wreckers.
Yeah.
Because the wreckers, people sleep on wreckers because they don't remember they exist.
Yeah.
But actually those guys going in absolutely slap things silly.
Yeah.
And if you can get the reroll wounds on an objective, for example, you'll kill nearly anything in the game with the flat 3 damage that you get on those hammers. So I think it's a really interesting take on ranged Orcs.
Yeah.
And thankfully less oppressive than more Daka.
Yeah.
Yes.
But whether it's going to overtake something like Warhorde, which is just good.
Yeah.
It's
It'll be
difficult.
interesting to see, but I think this does buff your shooting, and I've always found a bit of shooting for Orcs is
Yeah,
really,
well, if you roll that 6,
and
then it's
you usually have quite a lot of
game's over.
dice. You know?
Any form of just extra ways to play Orcs is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So look, that's the Orcs, but we also have the Votan next. It's time for more mercenaries in 40k. Mercenary Oath Band.
Pirate Dwarves!
Right.
Now the detachment rule is an interesting one. So you don't have hostile acquisition or fortified takeover in the normal sense. You have to use it in the way that this detachment rule gives it to you. So at the start of the battle, you're always in hostile acquisition. So far, so normal. But at the end of your command phase, you can spend 3 yield points, and if you do so, you go into fortify, or vice versa.
Okay.
Now, my limited understanding of Votan is that one of the key problems that people have with the army rule is that it's really cool, but it's kind of difficult to control to a degree, and sometimes you end up in the wrong thing at the wrong time. So this gives you a bit more control over that, so that's quite good. I don't know if that as a detachment rule is worth losing the other options that the detachment rules have.
Yeah.
In short, having sort of done the faction focus on these guys, the main issue you'll have is that the fortified takeover is generally just better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you get -1 to be wounded,
Yeah.
the strength's higher than your toughness, and
Sure.
you're in range of an objective. And you can position your own models on an objective
Yeah.
to get those buffs, but you can't position your opponent's models on objectives
No.
for you to get that buff. So it's kind of more in your control if you manage to get to the second one. However, I can see a situation where maybe at some point in the game, you're on the objectives your opponent isn't, and you need to annihilate certain targets, where you might spend the 3 yield points.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing is if the second one is better, it costs you less to get there.
Yeah.
Because it only costs you 3
exactly
rather
that.
than 7.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, you know, it's certainly not bad. I think a more seasoned lover of the Space Wars would need to tell me whether it's good or not.
There is an enhancement that makes it good.
Yes. Is it the metaphysical brokerage by any chance?
Is that the... You
Gain
the
loads of
difference?
CP,
Yeah,
their VP.
basically, because you can swip it.
YP. Why are they like this? Right, but enhancements. So, mercenary prospector, Carl model only. Each time an enemy unit is destroyed by the bearer's unit, gain 2 yield points. He already gives you 1 for doing so.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's the
Have more.
magic number.
Money, money, money.
Free.
Yeah.
Metaphysical brokerage, Memnir strategist. At the end of your turn, if the bearer is on the battlefield and you gained fewer than 3 yield points this turn, you gain an amount equal to the difference. So if you don't gain any, you get your 3.
Yeah.
And then next command phase, you're just going to go whoop into fortify.
Yeah.
Straight away.
Great. And you're probably running a Memnir anyway because he gives you the manipulation of the yield points.
Gives you +1, yeah.
The next one is very good. The Etakan SB9 targeting implant. Each time a model in the bearer's unit makes an attack, reroll a hit roll of 1. So far, so good. You can spend 3 yield points to give yourself sustained as well.
Nice.
Oh, hang on. This is on both shooting and fighting.
Ah.
That's quite nice, isn't it?
Ah.
It's good, that.
Yes, it's very
That's
good,
always useful.
Yeah.
And then you have Asset Manipulator. At the end of your command phase, you can spend 3 yield points. If you do, until the end of the turn, whilst an enemy unit is within 3 of the bearer, subtract 1 from the objective control characters and models in that enemy unit. I will never, ever, ever take it.
Fair.
Because that's
The
just
3 yield points.
terrible.
So yeah, a lot of the stratagems will involve yield points being spent as well. So it's really, you've got to really manage.
Yeah. Which is,
Fortunately, you don't need them for anything else bar the detachment rule. So you'll keep cooking up yield points over the course of the game. And oftentimes you'll end up with loads and not be able to spend them. So at least
yeah, I know that's a common
of using
thing
it,
that's
yeah.
sort of happened. Is people get to like bat around
Yeah.
2 or 3 and they go, well, I've stopped counting my yield
Yeah.
points. It's the same with power from pain tokens. It's almost
Yes.
like including all these tokens that are really easy to get that people use as an extra currency on top of command points aren't necessary.
It happened in our game
Yeah,
recently with Jakari. Ended up with so many pain tokens
Yeah, you
in
just
the
don't
end. I
worry
was like,
about
oh,
it.
it didn't matter.
Yeah, I'll just use my abilities.
I also ended up dead, but you know.
Good.
Had a lot of pain tokens, so.
You know what's going to end up dead? Your characters with the first stratagem, auxiliary contract.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot in or fight phase, an infantry or mounted unit gets precision.
look,
Okay.
Huron's a problem.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
he is. I mean, I'm not sure if 6 bikers need their autocannons with,
Yeah, that seems
or your grav
a
cannons.
bit much, doesn't it?
And your big men need it.
yeah.
Is that 1 CP?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, it's 1
yeah,
CP.
1 CP.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite
Yeah,
good.
1
CP.
Yeah, some of the best.
It's
snipers in the game.
interesting, yeah.
It's quite good. That.
Okay.
It's quite good. That. This one's quite good as well. Optimal expenditure. This is in the fight phase, infantry only.
Okay.
But your non-infantry don't really want to be in the fight phase. You can reroll hit rolls of 1 and wound rolls of 1. In addition, you could spend 3 yield points. If you spent those yield points, you reroll hit rolls of 1 and all wound rolls. Quite good on a unit of berserks.
That's spicy, yeah.
That's quite
That's really
nasty.
good. Yeah, that's really good.
Again, fight phase only, infantry only, but those are realistically the only things you
Is it when they're selected to fight, or is it just fight phase?
that has not been
This
selected to fight this phase.
And it's just in the fight phase.
In the fight phase.
So you could do it to preemptively fight on death.
Correct.
And get
Yeah.
the buffs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Grand Artifice, your movement phase, any Leagues of Votan unit that falls back can shoot and charge for 1 CP. Great.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Privateer Arsenal. Shooting phase, an infantry unit that has not been selected to shoot this phase. You can reroll hit rolls of 1 and wound rolls of 1. You can also spend 3 yield points. If you guessed you could reroll hit rolls of 1 and wound rolls of wrong, ha! You're wrong, it's the other way around. You can reroll the hit roll and wound rolls of 1. It's still really good.
I don't know what to do for this third stratagem, mate. I've been working on it all day. Well, why don't you just do the same as the other one? Swap them round and make it shooting phase only. Yeah, okay, but don't we have a few too many rerolls in it? No.
Nah, mate, it's fine.
Just give them more.
Was that recorded actual footage from GWH?
I believe so.
That was the board meeting. Take this strategy.
The only thing that, I mean, look. Look, it's very powerful. That's why we've done it, because rerolls is the thing that makes 10th edition go round. The thing that disappoints me about it is...
Remember when they said it was going to be less rerolls? Do you remember that? Do you remember We're gonna curb or lessen rerolls. And then the Space Marine Codex was the first to drop reroll into wounds.
It was worse than that. It was worse than that. It was there's going to be less rerolls in the game. If they had preempted it by saying there's going to be less like this reroll, that reroll. But it wasn't even the first codex. No. It was the very first rule that they previewed was Oath of Moment, and this was indexed Oath of Moment. For those of you that have joined us halfway through the edition, Oath of Moment didn't used to give you +1 to wound. It used to give you reroll everything.
Reroll wounds and hits. Insanity.
Let's reroll. Look, all jokes aside, it's a very good stratagem. For 1 CP, it's great even without spending the yield points, but you're probably going to spend the yield points. New Horizons. End of your opponent's fight phase, an infantry unit that is wholly within 6 of a transport can embark within it. As long as you're not within engagement range.
Yeah, fantastic.
Nice.
And specifically end of your opponent's fight phase, you don't get to jump out, shoot, jump back into safety. You do have to wait a bit, but hey, it's still really good. And then mobile exploitation, end of your opponent's fight phase, a Hernkin unit that is not within engagement range can go into strategic reserve, or you can do 2 Hernkin for 2 yield points. Your bikes can already do that, if I remember right.
Yeah, the best place is basically your Hernkin Jaegers. You can split them into 5s using a Capricus.
That is anywhere on the board, and I believe the bikes do need to be within range of the board edge. So that's actually good if they're a little bit out of position, or you were like, you needed to go onto an objective, or you needed to go do an action, you can then still pull them out the next turn. Look, again, my limited understanding of Votan is that it's the detachment rule is okay. But there's good. The strats are very good. And the enhancements go towards making them better.
They help with that, right? But is this going to overtake? Is there like a popular, a more of a go-to detachment for Votan? You would say.
So there's Need Guard, which is the kind of all-round just great detachment, and then there's the half band. Which is the rerolls support. So they're kind of the competitive takes. We've seen Delve Assault do some work competitively as well, which is the Berserk one.
Will this overtake that?
Probably not. Because the detachment rule is just the army rule, but different. And I think if that's the detachment rule, you probably just go with something.
If they'd have had that and something different, or something additional. We've just seen with the Chaos Space Marines one, it's you don't get your army rule, but you get this rule, this rule, this rule. They get 3 extra rules in exchange for their army rule. That's a good trade-off, I would argue, for Dark Pacts. Definitely. If that was, it's your army rule but different, and here's a little something extra, like you can get, assault or something. I don't know, like just something a little bit extra would have been nice. It would have been a nice little like gesture, I think. But overall, I think it's definitely got some legs just from the strat power.
Tell me your combos.
Well, you see, so those not completely au fait with the world of the king. We'll forget that these units exist, but the Ironkin are infantry, and they benefit sufficiently from all of these rules. But what you see on the tournament scene is 2 units of Ironkin sometimes, 1 of melee, 1 of shooting. So what you get with a unit of shooting Steeljacks, you can have a Memnir strategist in the unit, and you always will because they manipulate the yield points. You'll have the target implant, so you'll re-roll your ones to hit, and you will have sustained hits. Now, a unit of Ironkin Steeljacks without any support is 36 shots with sustained hits 1 now from that enhancement. They'll hit on 3s against a target that's either on an objective or if they're on an objective. They're AP 1 and they're 1 damage. However, they have devastating wounds. In addition to this, their critical wounds are precision if the target's on an objective marker. They will kill any character they look at if they're on an objective marker, because a crit wound is obviously a devastating wound.
That's right.
Suddenly now you're getting sustained, you're rerolling your ones to hit, you're also rerolling your ones to wound, so you're rerolling all of your hits if you use that stratagem. Rerolling ones to wound, This is incredibly spicy
Yeah.
unit.
Fish for those 6s on the,
Yes,
on the
that's right.
sustained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets worse because your unit overwatches for free with the Mercenary Strategist in there, or Heroic Intervention for free. You overwatch on 5s.
Ooh.
4s if you're in Fortified Takeover.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is
No,
what
that's savage.
probably aiming for.
So the targeting implant says each time they're selected to shoot or fight, not in your shooting
So
or
it
fight
works on
phase. So
Overwatch.
you could spend the free yield
Yeah.
points to get sustained on Overwatch.
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
absolutely beautiful.
Lovely. Isn't that great? And then
That's
if you do want
that
to,
a bit much?
if you do want to kill
broken,
them,
isn't it? Guys, come
if
on.
you do want to kill them,
Yeah.
they're only toughness 6
Yeah.
with -1 to be wounded if the strength's higher than the toughness.
Here we go.
They're on an objective. They've got a 2-up save and they're 3 wounds apiece.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you don't get torn up in the Overwatch,
Yes.
you then have to try and kill them.
Yeah, that's really nasty.
Now in combat,
Surely that's really competitive combo.
yes, in combat, they've got.
Tell me a story.
No, I was about to just be like, we've got a 2-up save and -1 to wound and 3 wounds. That's cute. And just a picture of Huron and friends appears.
Now you'd think that because they're the shooting version, they're not very good in combat, right? Because they've got a big gun. It's like Wraith gun.
No, that's
However,
not the case. Yeah.
They've got little plasma knives.
Yes.
I say little. They're still strength 6, AP2, damage 1,
Yeah.
and they're still 2 attacks each.
Yeah.
And obviously this enhancement works for all attacks.
Yes.
Yeah, the rerolls
The sustained hits.
sustained, yeah.
But instead of getting reroll 1s to wound, we can have reroll all wounds in the fight phase.
Yeah.
It's an all-round incredible unit.
Do they have Devi in combat as well?
No.
Do they keep the precision
too
in
much.
combat?
The precision, I believe they keep, yes.
So that's kind of cool as well. Like they'll keep that, so you can be like, oh, you're just gonna
We're just-
kill your character. Look, I'm not gonna kill any of your other friends, Huron, so I may as well just try and kill you.
Well, okay. So does that cap off the combos?
It does, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
that therefore then caps off all of the detachments and the data sheets.
That's a lot of
from the
pirates.
Maelstrom. Yeah, it
a
really
lot of
is a lot of
pirates.
pirates. And look, I think there's some really big highs, and with those highs in this book, there's some lows. You know, in terms of Corsairs overall, I'd say could be very ultra competitive if played right,
Yeah.
but not maybe. It's a jail list.
Yeah.
You know. The Huron on Friends is gonna be a problem hitting competitive tables very, very
Please, emergency FAQ that.
soon. Yeah.
And look, I'm going to be honest, guys, they probably will.
Do you think so?
Well,
Well, they've not done it with Titus and Friends.
115 points.
They've not done it with the Wardens yet.
Yeah, they've not done it. Look, I think that's a controversial take. I don't think you can
Look,
say that.
I think the Reavers need to go down to 2 wounds as well, because it's absolutely insane.
Look, Meta
Having-
Mike
I-
is scared.
I don't understand
He's going to get meted, okay? You're going to a tournament soon, aren't you? Let us know
Let
how
me
it goes.
quickly build some Reavers and convert Huron.
I don't understand.
Well, folks, what do you guys think? Personally, I'm really excited about all of the models. I think there's some really, really nice new ways to play for Eldar players and for the Votan. I mean, that combo alone is worth trying. Orcs as well is cool. Chaos, you're eating real good at the moment. Join us in the comments below. Let us know what you think. Is there anything that we've missed? What combos do you see being used? Perhaps what I'd really like to see is what's your counter? What's the counter to these new emerging Death Stars? I would love
18
to hear it.
Victrix.
Yeah, 18 Victrix or Forge Fiends with devastating wounds.
18 Victrix, a Nightbringer, Boy Dragon in the same army.
All right, folks, until next time, I've been Lawrence, he's been Chef, he's been Better Mike. And we'll catch you next week, same time. Bye-bye.
Want more tabletop tactics? Then get yourself an on-demand membership. You get at least 3 additional shows every single week, covering Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer the Old World, and much more. That's right, each month our members can enjoy 8 full battle reports, as well as our faction focus and codex reviews, get closer to the team with 4 exclusive talk shows, as well as full access to our thriving Discord server. Members can also benefit from a growing library of painting tutorials from our studio painter, and whilst you enjoy your hobby, you can binge our seasons of RPG contents. Right now, new members can access all of this and hundreds more shows for an introductory price of just $4.99 a month or $49.99 for a full year. Join Tabletop Tactics On Demand today and become part of our community.